You are Bis. You are that knowledge. You are the light at the top of the temple. The body is the temple. We got two of them at the top of our head, so we're supposed to use our head. So thank you for knowledge. You reside right there on that cross, straight. Just be on the straight and narrow. Not doing the things of the world, just less and less. So you're gonna start out broad. If you don't narrow self, you enter through the wide gate, you go to hell. So thank you, Father, for heaven of abundance. I can't share what I have, so it's hard as a service to other being to be imprisoned and separated, be so lonely, but that's what he does. He separates his bride, and imprisons them, and enslaves them, and crucifies them, and beats them because he loves them. Get earth out of them so they don't add or take away. He is perfect. His work, he's never made a single mistake. He does all things after his own counsel and for his own pleasure. So we lift up his agape and we edify, and if we don't share that light with others, then he'll take it, he'll strip it, he'll negate us. Alpha, the cancellation, the completion, to be seven finished judgments. So that takes place at the P.O.Box, at the pinching. So you enter through the straight gate, not the broad or the wide, right? Broad, wide is the gate where knowledge, the negation, the cancellation is kept in the seventh king. So that gets released at the final trump. So that guy, some PDF file on social media, not truth. There's no truth. He's a taco bender, remember? Likes to say one thing and do something else, like Giannis, the god of January, one with the rooster, or the worship of eggs, and like fertility, and remember the wife of Satan, the Semiramis, the fertility goddess, who had sex with her son. Tammuz, the son of Satan, he loved rabbits. So this is happening still today. So nothing's changed. We've come right back around on the wheel, and the sky keeps on turning. You know, the Yuga cycle, going back to Cali. So Prognosko, to have foreknowledge of, to speak of that. Thank you, Father, for birthing me in the valley, in the concrete jungle, so I can I don't see race, and I don't see color. So no races, no colors. One race, the human race, no colors. So melanin does not have anything to do with color. That has to do with where he put us towards the equator. He's the equalizer. He is the horizo. He's the divider. He's the separator of the dark and the light, the day from the night. So he enslaves us in the flesh. Horizo, predestination. Nothing changed but the weather. It's just a cycle, remember? Going back to Cali. So it's not you, it's not CO2, it's the sun. That's his greatest weapon, remember? Sodomy. He said, if you look back, if you're caught up in the things of the world, be in it but be not of it, you'll be turned to a pillar of salt. No sodium involved. Not like your death shot. You know, they give you potassium chloride. So the potassium, salt, sodium. The chloride's what kills you, stops your heart. But either way, that day of death's already written. You're supposed to die daily. Remember the self in Matthew. No free will, self-will. That's what's going to send yourself to hell. That's the word. All glory to the word. You die and go to the word, not the sky. The sky is in your head. You're airheaded, are you? In the age of air. Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Revelation. Welcome to the apocalypse. You made it. America ever after. Well, I did that 13 years ago, didn't I? I put out a blog 13 years ago on this channel telling you the days we're in right now. I don't have a map or a crystal ball. I have the scriptures. Remember, Prognosko, to have foreknowledge of. They're going by the script if you'd study. Remember, reproof the word with others that are in the hados, stenos, to be narrowed. And the way, the same narrow way, hados. So do you speak any Greek, oligas? If you don't speak Greek, you probably don't love the word. You speak like a dragon. Remember? 7 heads and 10 diadems, crowns, horns. mountains. Trumps mountains. You'll move mountains. All right, anyways, get out of my way. Get behind me, Peter. Satan, remember? Adversary. Don't love the phileo. That's not, you can't love phileo. That's phileo and love. That's agape are two separate things. You don't love like the buck, rack, or your wife on your truck, or the rack on your truck, the rack on your wife, or the rack on your buck. That's a different kind of phileo. That's not agape. You think you love like your dog or your house or your car. That's, you don't love. That's dirt love. That's called heathenism. He doesn't want you to love the dirt. That's self-will, serving your eyeballs, serving balls or skies, balls in the sky. Sky Daddy, Anakin, Space Vader, Walker, whatever, Naki, well, whatever. Anakin, Nephilim is what you are. You're a bully. Stop pushing your crap on other people. How about that? It's called translation, man gender. So come on by and give it a try, like Barack Obama and this vomit, a wife will vomit man shell. So it's abomination, remember? It's already been an abomination. It was written in scripture. Remember, his name is Barry, not Barack. You speaking Hebrew? Barack Obama, that means I saw lightning fall from heaven, and that's not above your head. Fallen's not from the sky or above your head, or from stars like Hollywood, or stripes like your flag. So remember, waving your flag. Are you happy? You're a faggot. Are you gay? Happy? So we burn flags in here. Burn. Eyes of fire, feet of fire. Remember, it's all going to be burned with fire this time, not water. Remember, don't look back. Oh, you're stuck. You're going to gnash teeth. Oh, that message here. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, somebody wants to do a trade. So maybe, hey, I like trade. Oh, I'm a horse trader. Yeah, remember Revelation, baby. 2 riders on white horses. Which one are you betting on? Anybody won? Y'all in? Y'all done? Anybody bid 1? Anybody 2? Oh, we're going to start. You missed the starting gun, remember? 10 years of drop behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. No comment? Are you guys using your 5th Amendment right? Remain silent. You've been Mirandized. Remember Miranda? I gotta come up with something tricky for that, huh? Silly rabbit. Tricks of our kids. You got an ace up your sleeve. No free will, no luck. I wouldn't bet on that, right? Take you to the track. Whoa, rider of revelation. He said, whoa, if you don't, how about that? You ever ride a horse? No, there are no cockroaches here in the desert where I'm at. There are very few. Golegas is the word. A puny number, but no cockroaches here in the desert. So, cockroach. Thank you, brothers, sisters in the narrow way. Those that have been stenos, separated, imprisoned, and pressed like wine, grapes on the vine. Wrath, remember? It's in the word. It's in Revelation. Just sharing the word. That's what he said. Don't boast. Remember, woe if you don't. So there's 2 white horses. One on a white house or on a white horse. In a horse or on a horse. I wouldn't bet on that. Remember? We're at the racetrack, right? It's a marathon to the end. It's called a meat suit flesh. It's actually just a short Uber ride. Maybe a DoorDash. All right, never mind. Dash. What was that? The Incredibles or something? People like to be animated, like children's television or Adult Swim. Or swimming in water. How about waters above and the waters below? You know what the firmament is? You're locked in here. You're in a box, right? Are you spinning on a box? Or are you one of the people who are on a ball? You're a box or a ball? Which one are you? Put it in the chat. Are you a box or you a ball camp? You in the ball camp? You like to play with balls? Little balls, big balls? She's got big balls and he's got big balls, but she's got the biggest balls of them all. You guys listen to any? It's electric, remember? Directed, not energy, well, current, remember? Flow, not cash flow, or alternating, alter. That's like an algorithm, remember? Like a math cycle, like 5th dimensions, but not quantum. That's, remember, hados. If you have a variable that's Rhythm is a dancer, remember? That's like a chant or counter. It's a wave. It's a cycle. It's actually a math problem. People have meth problems or Mexican Americans, remember? And they use the red rights and they remain silent. I don't know if they're on a box or a ball. So they are one or the other, remember? Go stick your little square peg in somebody else's round hole. You knew that was going somewhere, didn't you? All right. We have our little pan gods, little flute, whatever, pie, American pie. Circles. Remember, they like to play with balls or circles. They like to talk about shapes. Oh, the Earth's flat because when people leave town, they never come back. How about that? HD fat, that's where it's at. This is the mother of all YouTube. Remember, 2 hollow needles. You know, it's a snake before you let me in, then you let Joe Biden. Did you get the sticker twice? Did you learn how it was difference between 1 black eye and 2 black eyes? You didn't listen the first time, did you? But you only need 1 eye to see and 1 ear to hear. Just so you know. Now you know, you know. All right, we're kicking, not rocks, but we're moving bushes, remember? Don't hide that light in the bushes. So share it or you'll lose it. Remember, he'll take it from you. Give it to the rich man. What's rich? Knowledge. How about knowledge? What's the most wealthy thing you can have on this rock? How about the word? Treasure. What's your prize? You're supposed to be Maranatha, remember, running. We're kicking rocks. I mean, no. Remember, he's the veteran. We're moving forward here. So, or 1 foot in the system, 1 foot out of the system. Are you out of the system? Do you have anything out of the system? I already told you how to get 1 foot out of the system in this ministry. So I'm here to mother you, remember? Mother my brothers and sisters. That's my family. We're having a wedding rehearsal. If you interrupt a wedding rehearsal, you'll be thrown out. It's already scripted, remember? He's creator, he writes everything. No such thing as man-made, no such thing as free will, no such thing as luck, no such thing as Lucifer, Jesus, Lord, or Master. Oh, that's the word stenos, Gray. Stenos, S-T-N-O-S, to be narrowed. Theolobos is to be pinched. How about Theolobo? We'll take it back in time, to be pushed from both sides. One side, that's like be put through the press. That is hados. Stenos, hados. The narrow way. See, that's why you want to speak in Greek, not like an alien, foreign, remember, master tongue. Can't serve 2 masters. What do you got up your sleeve there? You hiding 2 jokers? All right. Remember Giannis? Taco Bender. Or like a TikTok, huh? TikTok. All right. Remember the 2 witnesses that'll steal your crown, your thieves hanging on that cross right in front of your face, the pinching, remember? It's like a time clock, remember? Tick-tock, tick-tock. It's right there. See that? The pinching time just keeps turning. The wheel in the sky over same grains of sand in the same glass. It's the Yuga cycle's what it is. Going back to Cali, remember? No, you don't know. Prognosco, you got to know. You got to have knowledge of the cycles. You ever know what ice core data is? How about paleo records? The rock that you walk. Earth is not below your feet. This is not strata data. Striations, that would be like striation or strata, not stratosphere. Sphere, that's Torah. Toroidal, not a ball. Don't do balls. No balls. Play with your balls with somebody else, please. Rub on your ball and tell people fortunes and pay for wishes. Maybe lucky numbers. You get lucky, right? Free will or 13 lucky or unlucky. No such thing as luck. How about that? Doesn't buy the number. Doesn't make a single mistake. Never. It's hados. Remember? In the same narrow way. That's equal to. Not a single variation off. Not a jot. And that's a letter. Hooked on phonics work for me. How about you? What are you hooked on? Are you a Mexican American? What are you hooked on? Go to your Mexican cabinet. Oh, there we go. Tonight. It's not tonight. You're an idiot. RKU say the same thing. Remember every time. You guys, this person is stuck on, remember? You. He thinks he's a soldier boy. He's a worker of darkness. He's a Nephilim. I think he likes to stick his finger up his left and right cheek. Same 2 cheeks to the same hole. Remember, it says thumb. No, we get no thumbs up, right? Or no thumbs down. It's always that sitting on a finger tip, remember? Putting in just the tip. He wants to put in the whole sticker, give you a ride. spinning like a top bottle, like a carnival, like a ride on horses going round and round in a carnival ride. You just got played like a quarter, stick it in round in the circle and go round and round like rat out of the cellar. What goes around comes around. It's a rat. We got another rat in here, brothers and sisters. We found it. We know where the rat's at. Trap Victor. Snap. Get him, boys. Brothers and sisters in the narrow hados. Pinch him. Remember P.O.Box. He has no nothing but the same thing. He's stuck on dumb. Talking to you, soldier boy, worker of darkness, fruit, bad apple, get the bad apple out of here. Once bitten, twice shy, babe. Yep. You know I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. You better watch out. 2 crows. Remember the 3 crows? I don't know anything about crows. I got 2 crows out here. I love them, my crows. Raven, crow, these are crows, but remember, they're not black. You don't see the color, do you? Well, like a rainbow. It's because you're blind eye. Ravens and crows aren't black. You're an idiot. Get away from me. 7. There we go. He's got it. To be 7, to be completed. I just like my pair of dose that I've got out here at the ministry. They protect my birds, my ladies. So I got my pecker and my rooster out here too, but any cock will do. But that's what the ladies say, huh? Never mind. Oh, better watch it. All right, but love the birds. Remember, if I was a bird, I'd fly and hit the top of the firm and be like, what the hell is going on here? I can't get out here. I'm locked between the waters above and waters below. You'd be like locked in a cage, like a bird. I don't speak bird. Remember? Kmart, cheap, cheap, cheap. Please don't cheap. Come and see me. I don't speak bird. Go listen to some B.O.B. Bob for me if you could. So speaking of music, remember? La musica, la musica. So, nobody's listening to you. I know there, Patrick. Only the brothers and sisters with the wrenches and those that are in the narrow way. This is a wedding rehearsal, so you can't interrupt the wedding rehearsal. Remember, it's already scripted. He set the interrupters, so remember, the dividers of darkness and light. You're a dark fruit, bad apple. So, bad. So, I know it by your works. You're not producing any fruit of light. Remember, bad apples get tossed out of here, so... Yeah, whatever you think they're, nobody. I ain't got nobody. So lonely. I am so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. Do a little Akon. So what an idiot, man. 99% of the people who come in this chat are idiots. And Father, remember, most people go to hell. So it's deaf ears. You only need one. Remember what's the difference between we have 1 black eye, Levette, and 2 black eyes? You didn't listen the first time, did you? Get it? So, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you, right? So thank you. Hey, music is like a time machine, man. It'll take you back in time like Donald Warp Speed. Remember Mr. Barron, the Trump traveler? Sorry, my bad. That was a silly little laugh, huh? They like to do that, Mr. King, like Elvis. You gotta win this race. Remember, they gotta let him sing all his lines. So it's a marathon. You gotta finish strong. Don't come out like a double pump chump. To Peter, stiff. Nope, already teetered out. Did you? All right. Hey, I'm in here for the ladies. Remember, brothers and sisters, the mother. I'm in it for the long haul. Use Father's word. Yeah, whip you. Remember, just like Father, the same thing. In those same narrow way, we ain't no depart here. You come between two. Remember, a father and a mother, a child causes division. The whole household gets upturned, huh? Nerd. Yeah, I'm a nerd. That's what I am. I read books. I'm surrounded by words. I'm going to take word. I'm a word master, rhyme slayer. I'm a wordsmith. I'm thinking paragraphs. I'm thinking rappers that I want to tear in half. I'm as deadly as sarin gas. What are you staring at? Label after label. I ain't hearing that. Must think I'm some kind of disappearing act like abracadabra, alakazam, presto. I'm still up on the mic like it. God damn it, let's go. Ow. Never mind, I'll stop right there. A nerd, huh? I'm a wordsmith. Remember, like banging on hammers, on anvils. Stand on the X there for me, Wiley. Go ahead, stand on the X. Wear your little face diaper. Remember, Acme, Nini, Roadrunner, stand on the X for me, okay? XXX. Yeah, you little face diaper. Wow. Why don't you tattoo an O on each butt cheek, and then you can do cartwheels out of here. Go, wow, mom, wow, mom, wow, mom, out right on out of here. Can you see that in your head? Butt cheeks, 1W, and cartwheeling out here going, wow, mom, wow, mom. You don't even need to remember 2 cheeks the same hole, 2 wings the same dragon. You speak like a dragon, Patrick. Squidward or Patrick, and some spiral arm on the Milky Way galaxy. Your watered down milk is all you are. Yeah, pulling on the teat, still sucking on it, drinking it, aren't you? Yeah, you're a child. This is an adult stream. You got to go, child. Get off the teat. Come back when you grow up. Remember, grown, 7 to be mature, not years. I don't know what years are. What year is it there, Patrick? We'll see if we got another idiot in here. Okay, goodbye, Patrick. On, it's inspired. He sounds like a, look at this horror before you go. You sound like some kind of DC District of Criminals, well, comic strip. Wow, wow, mom, wow, mom, remember? Ah, oh, ching, bling, bang. How about TikTok? Time to go. It's time to go. You ever watch any movie, The Wall? Get him up against the wall. Gets. There's one who doesn't look right. Get him up against the wall. Right? There's one with spots. If I had my way, I'd have all of you. Oh, wait. Go ahead and take your sticker. How about your butt cheek shot? Like a duck in a pond, just sitting there waiting to be shot. Double pump. 2 pump chump, remember? Stiff Peter. All right. Oh, he teetered out. Flaccid. It went, well, soft on me. Soft hands. Easy times breed weak men and women because we're equally yoked, and hard times bring strong, hard. I'm like steel, hard as a mother. All right, remember the age of iron. Now we're in the age of clay. So you must be beat. You'll be able to be pressed and spread like wings, or the word of the day is legs. Spread the word. I mean the gospel. My bad. I did that on purpose. So, oh. Yeah, resonance, frequency, hados, Torah. It's like music to my ears. It's the gospel, baby. Nothing more. It's in the same narrow way. It's like a time machine, takes you back and forth in time, like Aquarius. Aquarius, remember? Yeah, remember Pisces, water, law. Remember land, air, water, and Aries, fire. Got to get back in time. I love it. It's a frequency, remember, like a Yuga cycle. It's the sun pumping out that energy. Remember, it's not you, it's not CO2, it's not Aquanet, it's not Al Gore. Get back in the closet, Al Gore. It's not Greta Thunberg. Get out of here, dude. We know you're a man. Gender will vomit just like Manchel will vomit. Remember, Barack will vomit. And remember, hey, they do their transgender. Remember, they want you to vibe. Come on by and give it a try. Dude, what are you? How many frequencies? Megahertz? 3 or 4, 3, 2. Frequency, wave, millimeter. How about oxygen? Am I taking the oxygen and the breath, the air out of your breath, out of your chest? Remember pneumatics, pression, compression, roam, air, like, you're sick, like pneumonia, you can't breathe, like George Floyd, you got the COVID. Get it? Nah, put him on a respirator and give him 100 sets and then tell him to do his own push-up, right? This chicken do nothing like it lift weights. So, all right, you guys are eating that. Remember, genetically modified. You've been added and taken away. He said, don't do that. You've been modified. Modified. You're with an arm frame issue has got raised and lower. Oh, you got a longer arm? What are you saying? You got a longer? You're an ape or something? Your arm reaches, you're longer than your height. Remember, that's word Anunnaki, giant height. Not Nephilim is bully. That has nothing to do with height. Remember, people are Nephilim. So did you get stretched? Remember, it's a compression. Remember, not stretching. Oh, stretching is a crucifixion where they'd stretch you back. I can't breathe on a tree, not a cross. They'd form the shape of a cross. They nail you to a cross. No, they nail you to a tree. Remember, you don't read the book of Acts, do you? You don't know how to act. All right. I'm bringing sexy back. You mother don't know how to act. All right, never mind. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I was trying to get you both sides. You didn't even let me get there. Slow down, Turbo. Math. This guy's like J.G. Wentworth. It's my answer, and I want it now. Can't you go through the mathematical equation? Remember, got to add, take away. It's like a rebirth of the old self. That's how you check your math, remember? Haven't you ever done simple division, subtraction? You don't know how to check your math? Remember, like algebra, if you add something over here, you have to take it. It's like plotting a number on a graph on the line, right? A period, like what, a jot. So, yeah, these people are a bunch of Mathican Americans. Oh, run away. We got to use my calculator here. They're going to be a pop quiz. Somebody's doing numbers. Yeah, he does it by the number. Remember, 7 to be matured, not chilled years. Man, what's up, man? I'm not a man. I am Hokadesh. I am revelation. Remember, I am the apocalypse. I am a walking, talking, living revelation. Because you are supposed to be too. You're not supposed to hide that light in a bushel. Remember, they'll take it from you, strip you down naked, and you'll be without flesh. You'll be Hokadesh again, and then you won't raise. You'll be gnashing teeth. No, you'll stay in the flesh. I'm just kidding, because you're stuck in the flesh. Remember, little season, you'll get it back. Don't worry, little head. He took it to be with Father. That's where he's at. He's inside you. He's not in the sky. That sky is right here. Remember, the sky's rolled back like a scroll. Cuckoo. All right, never mind. Remember, the laws are written on. We're not under the law. Remember, we're not under anything. Be less, we're more. We're abundant. We're bounty. You can get off your knees, or if you're below me, I know when I've been licked. Get up. Remember, stand up. It's a stand up. Not on a church pew, sit on your ass as somebody can't learn. Be stubborn, sit there and can't be moved from its foundation like the earth. The earth is not under your feet. The earth is ruled. Like a goat or an ass can't be moved. Remember, the earth cannot be moved from its foundation. Oh, that shows we don't live on a ball. That the earth is flat. I know, because when people leave town, they never come back. So I'm talking about shapes in here. You'll be tossed out here, remember? Like a salad. Remember? I'm a wordsmith. Like a rhyme salad. Never mind. Remember, you never tossed any words, huh? All right, we'll toss you out of here. Bad apples, remember? Apple salad, fruit cake. Nobody eats that during the holidays, do they? That fruit cake, little puffy little thing with all the, what is that? It's a log, a fruit log. Remember, like a scroll? The laws were written on scrolls, tablets, 613 statute commandments. He commanded us to don't change a jot or a tittle. There is no J, so it's not really jot. I'm just speaking, well, American. Speaking, how do you know when somebody's one dialect is gloss, a vernacular vocabulary? Well, when they're American, they only speak one language. Alien, foreign. Get it? Bunch of immigrants trying to keep out all the immigrants. What the hell is all that about? A nation of immigrants trying to keep out immigrants. Founded on immigrants trying to keep out. They're not immigrants. Remember that they're not native. Everybody's always been wandering. So. Dude, why you want to ask about my genitalia? What's wrong with this guy's asking about my genitalia? Check this address for kitty porn, please. The government's always watching. That's why your internet's so slow half the time, because there's always something running in the background. They're always watching you. Don't even worry about it. This means Father's inside you. That's what's more important. He's not in the sky. He's not somewhere on the ball, and he's definitely not in a house made by hands. He's right there between those two thieves that'll steal your crown. Remember, hanging on that cross right in front of your face. So. You're Tuesday inconvenient at best, but Vernon can't. You're a vermin. Remember, you've already been here. Remember, you varmint, and we're gonna rat snap Victor trap you. You are. Remember, I already got you once in here. Now I'll get you twice, like 2 witnesses. Remember, you must declare, hang your wife from a tree. No, the contract paper. Now flesh. No, Hokadesh spirit. You don't have any spirit in here. Remember, you're a bad apple. I'm gonna stick it. You're a pig. I'm gonna stick it in your mouth. I'm gonna cook you. We're gonna eat you. I don't eat pork. So are you ready? Tell everybody what the word hell is. Give us the definition, or are you just some idiot? Remember, you can define either of those 1 or 2 words. Remember, I told you I'm gonna cook you. Stick an apple in your mouth and cook you. So tell everybody the definition of those 2 words. Cosmo is an orderly arrangement of yods, not above your head. So what do you have to say there, varmint? Okay, yeah, they didn't have anything to say. Like a nozzle, like a stick shift. Probably can't even drive a stick shift. It's like douche. Remember, it's like a stick shift. Goodbye, child. Came in here last time, had a little bit better attempt to try to add, but just more bad apples. So, or to get tossed out of here like a hand job. Remember, happy ending, no happy ending for him. No man gender, probably been gargling the goo man chowder. So, yeah, I call it like it is. That's what Father told me to do. Don't lie. Don't tell 99 truths and a lie. Don't tell him 99 lies and a truth that's still a lie. So a lie is Nephilim. The word Nephilim, or the word demonion, a demon, is a distributor of liars, a liar, a distributor of lies or fortunes to others. Go define it in your lexicon. I define every word, because Father I am. Remember, he said, Aletheia, Oligas, Abyss. Remember, many are called, Many enter through the wide gate, many go to hell. Few are enter through the straight gate and find Father. P.O.Box, remember? Tribulation, long suffering, he said. So it's a marathon. So don't worry about it. These little, see little rats, they get snapped, or little mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run. I don't know where they going. They're blind. So blinded by the light, rack up like a douche, another rumor in the night. Oh, sorry, I had to make that up in my head. So, oh, already know who they are. Crows already told you. I've taught this. It's been a country minute since I've been there. That's that left one hanging on your lying eyes and your right on that cross that's going to steal your crown. Remember, you don't have a crown to sit at the feet of the Hamashiach, King of Revelation, crown, krona. It's the 2 on the top of your head, face, pie, oil, top of your temple. Use your top. Remember, it's these 2 thieves that'll steal your crown. Oh, it's like that nose right in front of your face. So, see how that works? Do you see how that works? Not Elijah. The gospel. The witness is, remember, Old Testament, blotted out, New Covenant. Can you be a witness to the 2? Remember, left and right eye, the 2 witnesses that'll steal idolatry, the service of your left eye and your right eye that'll steal in your inheritance. You are going to send yourself to hell, crows. It's nobody else going to send you to hell. He's going to test you. You can put evil. See if you'll go back to the Old Testament. Remember the 2 witnesses, the old law and this new covenant made. Nobody else talks about this. I've never seen, not even Jim Brown, cover it the way it's done here. And that's fine. I'm not trying to be Jim Brown. Jim Brown has 40 more years, 7, I think, plus studies on me. So, oh, I don't care. Who are they? Who do you think? I just told you who they are. They're your left and right eye that'll steal your inheritance. It's those, their Father's inside you. He knows what the world has gotten away with, right? No, you're not getting away with whirling and twirling. So you can tell me whatever. Always share. Don't hold anything back here, but nobody else going to tell you that. Remember the 2 witnesses. Remember, you had to have 2. That my son, that's the last thing I said to him. Son, remember the thief on the cross. And I never heard from him ever again, ever. So careful what you speak in this time, place, and space. Very important. So whatever. Father doesn't make a single mistake, but I know who it is. Who else is going to steal your crown? Nobody else. The 2 witnesses he's going to send. It's your left and right eye. It's your lying. What do you don't need 2 eyes. They're supposed to be single. But you need to have an understanding of the discovery of this Old and New Testament, which 613 laws, water laws of Old Testament. Remember, water. Don't water it down, man. Bring it straight to me. I don't need some watered down, put it in a shot of whiskey. I need it straight. We're not talking about alcohol in here. Don't get it twisted. Tea in here. Through tea in the harbor, we're 2%. We're talking about 2 witnesses, okay? Focus a little bit here. Focus. Orange juice. Concentrate. You on a milk bottle? You missing? So my son is, so what the hell? Send it. What are you waiting on? Why are you taking a pause for the cause? You thinking about it? Don't think. You'll die, remember? Whatever. You got to understand to be a soldier. Nope, I haven't found either of them. I think they're both dead. I already told you that. I've already reported both Elijah Werner and Elijah Massey dead, murdered, raped to the state of Oregon in my court case when I went to jail. Do you have anything to say before we throw you in jail? Yeah. I've reported my son and daughter murdered in this same courtroom. Does anybody care? Okay, go to jail. Didn't get no get out of jail free card. Didn't get to pass go. Didn't collect $200. Matter of fact, it cost me a grip. Remember, all of my gold, silver, my son, my daughter, my dog is gone. You know, Tango's gone. There's just been a lot happening out here. But we're kicking butt and taking names. The word is, the ministry is itself. We're moving forward, 1 foot in the system, 1 foot out of the system. I sold. I gained more, paid an attorney. He didn't do anything for me, violated my rights, went back to work, got more, made more to retirement. And remember, I don't get benefits, veterans, never been to the VA, don't get security, don't get child support, don't get none of that. This is by my hands, by my head, by my trading. I'm a horse trader. I boot back and now sold all the silver. Okay. So now we paid off, you know, the land's paid off here at the ministry. We bought another house out here. So now we got 5 buildings out here or something like that. Nobody's here, but I'm still doing it. So I've invited for 10 years for people to come out, but I'm about ready to sell this ministry, split it in half, the 10 acres in the back, ministry homestead in front, and go down south when I can go. No, I didn't kill that animal. That's a lesson. It's the ram. It's Aquarius. It's Father I Am. David declared him the lamb, so that makes Father the ram. Remember, the final trump. So some dude paints his face with orange makeup, acting like a clown bozo. Got you walking the tightrope, huh? Yeah, I bring the divide, he said. I am the horizo, I am the light, I am the separator, the dark, the light. This is Mr. Apollyon. Warp speed. Abaddon John. Never mind. Moving on. So, okay. So, I already know Father to make mistakes. I've tried to move forward from that. Don't love me. I hate that sign of, that's the sign of sodomy right there. The heart's the sign of sodomy. It's sodomy where February is the Lupercalia. Lupercalia, to stick it in the rear of it, like get behind me, Brokeback Mountain, Peter, Satan, the adversary. We got one in the room. So, no definition in them whatsoever. So back to what I was saying, because people are like Brokeback Mountain, remember? Jimmy Back, how about Jimmy Back Carter? How about Baby Back Ribs? So remember they stabbed him. So these people who don't even know what they're stabbing at, like shot in the dark, like fish in a barrel, huh? Remember the Age of Water, Pisces. So remember Bang Bang Gorilla, Donkey Kong, to the break of dawn, all night long. Where's you, Mr. You? I don't know how long he got moderated for. So moderate this idiot. Can't sit on spamming the ham of this. I got Muslim going ham in here. So Uncle Cracker. You got no actual any. You remember? Uncle is an actual. They call that with respect, but you got none. So come in the room and spam the chat. Remember the spam? You're a stranger with a bald cap. Okay, well, you stuck on dumb too. Look, we got another one in here. Look at this, brothers, sisters. Look at the bots that Father's sending in here today. NPCs, non-player characters. They got no skin in the game. They're a virus. They're not alive. Viruses are not alive. So that's what happens when you spam up the chat, remember? You're a bot, stuck on dumb, leaning on kickstand like evolution, like you're going to grow another thumb. Stick it up your member. So. Spam on it. Spam on it. Sorry, don't eat pork. So. Oh, love it. Thank you, Father. Again, so out here at the ministry, I had the work done. We'll go outside in a minute. We'll get up. I had to come in and make some food, not 1,000-cal burger. This person, that's what happens when you eat too much 1,000-cal burger and you eat genetically modified corn syrup and poison all day. All you can do is produce crap. Spam, pork, porky pig. So, all right, let's try this. Stuck on dumb, stuck on you. So, doing the same thing over, stuck on dumb, remember? It's insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. They probably get it from other people. They're not going to get it here. So, children are not allowed in the chat. So you're somebody's child. You better act like an adult or you'll get tossed out of here. Normally it's twice. Apologize. I wanted to sit up here for a minute. So thank you, moderators. You do a bang up job in this room. 98% of the people in this family ministry that we've got here, not a YouTube channel. A channel is where I don't come in here and fellowship with you. So I could just move to the woods, but I can't do that. He said I have to fellowship. 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. So this isn't for deaf ears. Most people are going to be very offended by what's going on in here. And you can go to all these thousands of other live YouTube channels on TikTok, being kicked off TikTok, all that. This isn't anything about that. This is a wedding rehearsal. So nothing else matters in here. Not Metallica, okay? Megadeth or whatever your Magadeth. I don't care. It doesn't, none of this affects anything. Father creates more evil. So you should see 98% of the people come in here and just spit venom. They're not going to like it. That's good. That means we're doing our job, what we're supposed to be doing in here. If you are loved by the world and we're popular and you get big and you're famous and yeah, you be hated by my Father. So this isn't about a YouTube button. This is America Ever After, brothers and sisters. This is the 13 years ago that I put out a channel that we're living in right now. This is America After. This is the United States of Israel. Get over it. We're bombed another country that's never bombed us. They say we can't. They say we have a nuclear weapon. We've used it on another country, and we're worried that they're going to use it on us. But they never even threatened us. We've already bombed them, right? And they've never. They can't have a nuclear weapon, and we have. That's called hypocrisy, brothers and sisters. Anybody who supports this will be thrown in hell. Any of this. Anybody who supports wars outside of any border is going to go to hell. Under this covenant, you will. Hallelujah. Yes, you will. It says, let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord. So, you know, that's how it works, brothers, sisters. You can't seek vengeance. You can't go outside your borders. If somebody comes in trying to rape your wife, kill your, sister, you can protect yourself, but you can't go outside your borders. Don't listen to anybody in this world. There's nobody telling you this. Jim Brown doesn't even cover this. He does, but through the word, but not in the, I beat it like a drum over and over. We're not supposed to be outside our borders. So any nation that's throwing bombs at another nation is an apostasy to this covenant. 2,600 years ago, he made that covenant. So you can protect yourself. That's Title 18. You do have the right to protect yourself. They threw me in jail for telling you what your rights are, so you know. Killed my son and daughter, so you know. And I'm out here all by myself, and I'm still given to the word. So kick rocks. You think you can come in here against this protected, natural, organic? Father will pour out a measure on you. That is the gospel. The measure you pour out on others, it's been here since the beginning of time. Do unto others as you have done unto yourself. Agape, thy neighbor, like thy enemy. All flesh under this covenant. Get away from me. You're a worker of darkness. I know you are. I know you by your fruit. Under this judgments, under this testament, that's not old. Thou shalt not judge. Honor thy father. That's not your mom. Honor thy dad. Or dad, honor thy father. He said, call no man father. So your dad is not your father. Call no Mother's Day. We just had that. You had every opportunity to go out and spread. Every day they celebrate birth. The most vain thing, there's only two in Scripture. One is Satan, and the other one was Herod, and he was trying to kill the Messiah, the one they hung from a tree, not a cross. You might want to get out of your box. I know I don't come across like most people, but I'm not an alien, meaning forked tongue. Remember in the garden of Leviathan, the crooked serpent? Yeah, you're adding and taking away. That's what he did, remember, to the innocence of man. That's what was lost in the garden, remember? Yeah, no bites of apples, remember? Yeah, apple. You might want to look at what the logo is, the bite out of the apple. Who told you you were naked? So you take somebody's innocence by changing Father's word, you will pay in the end. That's just the way it works. The measure you pour out on others, remember, will be returned on you. Just as shall be judged. As is above, so is below, on earth as it is in heaven. It is written in the scriptures since the beginning of time. You just don't read it ever. I can go on for eternity telling you this because I don't ever end. I'm an eternal being that never, the wheel in the sky keeps turning. I don't die. I die to self daily, and I return I don't wake. I don't mourn. I rise with the word. He's the one who sozo, saves me, carries me, lifts me, picks me up, and from the beginning point to the ending point. Turn my cheek, be meek, not weak. The difference between being meek and weak. Learn the difference, learn the word, and maybe you'll stop speaking like a dragon with a forked tongue. Say one thing, do something else. You're a hypocrite, is what you are. You're an idolater because you like to add, like marrying. You're taking 2 ketchup bottles and marrying it with your little soft Jesus nonsense. Marrying truth to a lie is what you're doing. You don't dwell in temples made by hands. Yeah, Toyota's still going. I haven't really, I've put a lot of miles on it, but yeah, it's still going. So I've got the rack up there on the top, remember? The rack on your Toyota, like the rack on the buck, like the rack on your truck, like the rack on your wife. That's phileo love of the rack. We all like racks. We can't help it. It's a thing, man. Something about a man that likes a good rack. Would you look at the set on that thing? I know, that's my dear John. I do. I got a set of headlights on that bad boy too, so I can work at night. Everybody loves Charlie. No, I just had to throw that little mix at the their little remix, change it up a little bit. Dear John, Billy Bob loves Charlie. No, everybody loves Charlie. No, all right, my bad. Yeah, it's I have some. Honestly, I don't have an LED, but I have a bunch of, I wish I could just get somebody to come out and wire that darn cigarette lighter for me. I don't do electric. Let's get up for a second, guys. We'll go show you what's going on here out at the ministry. We've been kicking ass and taking names, man. I have been busting. I've been to the doctor. They want to shoot me full of. I want to do a bone scan and do an EMG, and I think I'm going to walk again. I don't want to do an EMG again. I've done this before in my 30s. I'm not ready for it. I'm just not. And if I refuse it, I'm not going to get the Social Security, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to sell this land if nobody comes here. Not all of it. I'm going to split it in half. The homestead, what I'm about to show you, I'm going to sell what's in the back is the ministry. We know that. The ark. This is just the fluff. Everything else, nothing else matters. Well, actually, hold on. I'm going to take a chooch off my meds before I get up. I'm going to take a chooch off some meds. I'm bringing bacon, back, and liver. So you're going to hear I'm going to have a science experiment in the middle here. Excuse me while I call time, because I'm going to take a few hits in the middle of this rhyme. Got that Chiba? Oh, apologize. Chiba, Chiba. Oh. I went to finally go get myself fixed, and my insurance wouldn't cover it. They sent $3 billion to Israel, a fake nation. Israel was a man, not a country. His name was Jacob, if you use the letter J, but there was no J, so definitely not a country, but definitely a tribe of 12 tribes up against the Great Sea. So they sent $3 billion there. I can't get, and I'm a United States tyrant veteran with an honorable discharge and, a trained killer, and I can't even get the dang, how this works is they were going to give me injections that are not obviously as nearly as painful, because that's supposed to take the pain away to figure out what's wrong with me. Now they're going to give me bone scans and electrocute me to the painful way to see where the pain is coming from. They need to electrocute me and inject me with dye, and I don't think I want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I apologize. I'm a little overwhelmed because I just learned that yesterday. So I'm a little bit beside myself, so I'm gonna have to just get up and walk away from this like I did in 2016, and it's been what now, 10 years, and I'm still upright, but I broke my back again, and so now I'm having a lot more problems. And like I said, I think the best thing that's going to happen to me is I'm going to leave the country and go have the surgery outside the country so I can have the disc replacement surgery and not be fused together. And as a matter of fact, the doctor kind of put the halts on that yesterday. He's like, I know Bailey Shannon was talking, but I got to figure out what's going on. Your whole left side's locked up. I need to inject. I need to figure out where all this is coming from. You've got, there's a lot going on back there. I had to go for multiple sets of injections over a long period of time, and I can't do that. I want it fixed now. It's my back, and I want it replaced, and I want it fixed right the first time. I don't want it scabbed together so I can't move around. You can't even you can't bend over. Like there was a lady there in front of me. I'd set that water jug down on the ground like that, you know what I'm saying? And she said, "You can't do that after surgery. You know that?" I said, "Yeah, I know." So, all right, that'll work. All right, let's get up for a minute. You're a good boy, Mr. Bobo. Get the water here. Yeah, they're going to do electromagnetogram. That's an EMG, and that's where they go in and shock you with 9 volts of electricity at the end of your nerve endings to see where it's firing and where it's not. So all right. We're going to go outside here for a minute, show you the work we've been having done out here at the ministry. This one. Old ladies over here. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, kid? Oh, got some of this stuff listed online. Quit peeing on my darn tarp. So I listed this mower for sale. I listed this generator for sale. What else did I list? List a couple other things here that I got. But all right, we're going out here to take a look. I can't see the screen very well, but yeah, it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, it don't matter. So this is the this electric line. I've already paid for all the electric, new pole. I sold all the gold, I don't have any gold because I got that taken from me, but I sold all over I had. Let's go over here. I'll show you what I did too. It's pretty cool that I'm having it done with this piece of equipment right here. Brought it over. I have some images you seen. I brought it in on this trailer. from over here, another farm, paying the operator to do the work. So we're going out the gate here. I'm going to show you what I did over here. I've got to finish digging this out. Here, I've got a lot of work to do here still. That's okay. I mean, there's no way I can do this on my own. That's impossible. So I got to finish this up. Through this fence line here. It comes over here, and we're going to walk over there. And, well, I can show you from here. I'm going to walk over there. So I put these planks that I've had for a long time over this that I've blocked off. This is my property here. This is not actually the road. This is my property. The road is out there where I have covered. So I paid to have all this done already. So I'm hoping to move forward next week with the county. They'll give me my conditional use permit is already here. So now I have to have the house that I bought here. It took me a while to get ownership of it because I didn't get all the work. You know, it was moved without a permit to do it out here properly, and whatever, I still got it done. So it's there, it's sitting. I'm still working, you know, doing what I can on it. It's painted, as you can see. It's brought it. It was different color. It's blue on the back still, but let's go over here and I'll show you. The what was done today. He's kicking butt here today. The test holes, I've got work again. I've got to get all these test holes prepped for the sewage because the sewage is going in the back, electric's in the front. Here's the house. So lots of work being done out here at the ministry. I dug this. This is a little bit further, but I dug all this, and this hurt my back just to dig this. Look, you can see the difference. Look at the difference in the dirt, the color right there. I dug that much, and that freaking hurt my back, guys. So I'm glad that I have the means to do it. It costs money, but it is what it is. I don't care about money. I don't have everything I need, but I got most of it, so I keep moving forward. So I just showed you, we get more things up for sale. That's how I work. Keep moving. Don't sit there and grow freaking roots on a church pew and stink. So, but okay, again, he's got all this now dressed out, pulled out all the sagebrush, rabbit brush, all the, and I'm going to dig another line here. So we're going to put another 150 foot of line here. We're going to go over here in a minute. I'm going to show you these test holes. Why do you consider pushing system? So the test holes are going to, I have to have 3 test holes, and I'm going to have to finish these off and get them shaped out. But this is what the test hole has to look like. It has to be stair-stepped. Watch out, Pants, get away from that. I don't want you to. So it has to be where they can step down in there, you know, get down in there and look at that hole and look at all the, you know, all this layer here of the saturation. So he's got that hole dug. I've back here. I believe he's got all the 3 test holes dug already, so he's almost done. And he's going to come back and he's going to push all this back in, you know. So I appreciate what's being done out here. It's a lot of work that I just can't do, and I don't have the. There's no way I could have done this with a. Oh, he already was shaping some of these. Freaking Rick, you're the man, dude. So there's test hole number 2. I gotta get these 1 foot down, 1 foot. So I'll have to come back, get some water on them, reshape them a little bit. But freaking A, you're the man, Rick. Again, another test hole down here. So thank you, Father. right, so yeah, this is where the sewage, you know, it's gonna be 150 foot. I have the tank and all the lines sitting over here of the peanut line. Obviously, the trailer's not been painted all the way completely on this side. I've had to slow down with a lot of paperwork, and my back has been, I hurt, you know, myself again. So, oh man, how awesome is this to not have to do all this work. Flipping right. Good job, man. This is freaking, he is kicking butt and taking names out here. He's operated equipment before, so he's pretty good at what he does. Let's go over here for a minute. We'll get out of we'll go over to where the ministry will be at. We're moving all this over here. A lot of work to be done again on this. Windows are all busted out of it. There's only a couple good windows in it. There's one good window. Let's go inside here for a minute. Get out of this wind. I can see the screen. I can't see the screen. Oh, I'll show you here what I gotta do too. So, okay. Oh. All right, so this is the box that I bought. It's a Cooper brand. It's an Eton made by Beeline, and or Cooper, made by Cooper. It's not the right one. I need one that has the side over that you can get entrance, because once they do the install on the electric, they lock you out of that box. They put a lock on it. It's not like a lock, but it's a tab, and if you break it, they'll turn your power off and they won't give you power anymore. So 1 foot in the system, 1 foot out of the system. I'm already out of the system, but I want to get back in the system so I can use the system while it's still up and running and functioning. And there's some kind of supply chain. You don't stop using that until it's gone. Give unto Caesar what is to Caesar, and give unto the Lord what is the Lord. So can't serve two masters. I know that, but got to remember what he tells us. Got to have extra oil. Got to be able to produce that oil. Got to be able to do, have extra bread and extra fish. So I've been working, there's a lot of this was damaged because the windows were busted out. I've started sealing all this up and did all the repaint on all of this. This I'll probably end up putting some wood trim on this, but just get a base on it. Get it going. Here's the windows. Got some stained glass back there. Again, tile. I got some tile here that's like wood plank. That'll look real nice. Long tile. We'll go in the kitchen over here. I got some of it laid out. Started tearing out the cabinets and cabinetry and the stove. I'm going to replace all this. They're beautiful tile job they did here. Already ripped one out because it's all silly looking, but man, I wish they didn't put over that wallpaper. I want that wallpaper on. I like that. So, but anyways, here's the slate tile. No, there's no inversion table. Nothing's going to fix my back. Nothing's going to fix my back, just so you know. I'm just saying. They're not. There's surgery. I need surgery. So they're going to try to pinpoint where they do the best surgery. I've already been scheduled for back surgery for 10 years, but I ran from it, and I might do it again. So no tens, no none of that. Yes, that's how you do it. Wow. What do we do about the gap in the CEO average worker pay? You go work for yourself. Battle of, what the hell does that say? Oh man, I can't read. My eyeballs are freaking whacked in here. So, okay, but go to work for yourself. Become your own boss. Hook up, I have solar here. Get solar. Buy a small house like this. I know it's nothing, but it's a start. I'll remodel it. I can make it look like Taj Mahal in here. Eventually, if I wanted to, I don't care about that, but go to work for yourself. Start growing your own food. Become your own supply chain. That's what you don't have. When you go to work, you pay everybody else to do for you. I own every building on this property. We've got multiple buildings. It's all owned. Most people they're going to get a 50-year mortgage. See that cabin right there? Built that cabin. That's the Rusty Dragon. Got 9.5 foot ceilings, about 14 foot off the ground. We could put a second story and put a deck up there and do an outdoor barbecue upstairs. See this building over here? This is the Rusty Dragon. Own that building. You can rent that cabin out. and rent it out to people so they can stay. People in the ministry can come stay. Let's go take a look at that building. Start working for yourself. Stop being a unicorn thinking you're special or something. Get off. No. Yeah, quit thinking you're a unicorn. I had to just set you up because I knew I was walking in here, but paint over the unicorn, man. Paint over it. Start over. Repurpose, renew, reuse. Okay? So, busted window. As you were seeing, busted window. But that's okay. We got better windows for it. We're going to make it nicer. So, it's all being done, guys. Everything here. Thank you. Look at all this abundance in this ministry Father's provided. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. There's where you at there, Crows? Are you Crows? Are you still in here, Crows? There's the old runner. I've been running that thing. My insurance goes up the more miles I drive because I'm on mile auto, but whatever. I've had to do some rounds. I've been using the VA, whatever now. So to get it, I got it this first time. I actually did it yesterday. I've been using this the first time I did it yesterday, but I'm going to use that. They want me. He actually encouraged it. Keeps him busy, keeps him working. So look at that, guys. Thank you, Father. Goes out to that pole. Power is going to come here. No, I already am going to just buy another box is what I'm doing. Crows, you know what I'm saying? I'm just buying another box. So Tuesday, I'm going to go buy another box. So anyone don't have to, but if you want to donate, the guy's going to sell me. It's $1,700 at Home Depot. I paid $900 for this. It's $971. I will eventually sell it. Don't feel obligated. I'm just putting it out there. Got CashApp and PayPal. I got to go Tuesday. I'm going to take the ride program, so I don't have to spend money on gas to go pick up another one. So I have to sell this one. He's going to sell it to me. Like I said, it's like $1,700 at Home Depot. He's going to sell it to me for $700. So I'm going to go buy it. It's the last of what I have out here because I have to pay the rest of this, and the permit to get that electric hooked up. I already have more permitting here later for this, but that's okay. I'm glad I spent all the money on that because it's there. It's secured. That's like $2,500. There's over $1,000 in septic lines. I still got the little box and stuff. But again, just telling you, I'm just going to buy the box, you know what I'm saying? So that I can do it all in one. I could do that. I know I could, there's ways to do that. But now I don't have to wait to hook up the electric. I can do this all at one time. And I'm close enough to the road. I just don't know enough about electric. I'm electrically stupid. I really am. I'm trained and I'm nice. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. I'm acting like I do. And I got myself into something that's fine out here. Somebody watch, guys. Somebody will want that because this is going to get hooked up. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This house is going to move. And wait until you see more improvements, guys. This place is going to get nicer and nicer. And you guys ought to come out here and visit. But the power is going to go right there. Okay, I'm going to move this house here back probably about, 30 feet that way. Somebody's going to want to, from the road, not put their main here. Because my main here, I'd like to run a little, maybe later, for a little light or something out to the, some power to that. So it's centrally located. But maybe you want to go further back on your property and hook your source up to, I'm just learning, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But you can hook the box up separately, like your meter. You have a meter separately with your switches. That one doesn't have it. Put a lock on it, and then you can't get into it. So from here, though, somebody's going to want to go further back on the property. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe they want to develop. They probably got a lot more money than me, to be honest with you. I don't have money. So maybe they're going to go back further, and they want to put the meter there because they want to go back further with their meter. See, this gets them, they can meter it to there. It doesn't matter if the meter's up front of the property. Most of their stuff's back there anyways. So it works here for me to put that meter here with the meter up front. Otherwise, I could use this right now, but I'd have to have the house hooked up. I'd have the house hooked up and everything hooked up, because once they hook up that power, they put a lock on this box and I can't get in. I'm learning too, Ricky. I just, okay, see, there you go, maybe. I don't know. I'm learning. Correct me here. It's a mistake I'm trying to fix. And I'm fine. It's not going to be the end of the world. I expect a hiccup, man. With some resistance, it lets me know I'm learning, and we don't do it right the first time always. You're not a Rambo. You can do it all on your own, or you're not some natural born killer or whatever. It takes training to learn how to unalive people without thinking about it. I don't mean to go there. I'm a veteran, so I don't want to talk about it. So, but anyway, so this box here allows you to be put, yes, it is. We grow. We're always supposed to be learning. I'm always in a study mode, brother. Says you can correct me with anything, okay? I want to learn. You don't. How do you think I know what I've gotten right now? It's from. I don't shut up much, but shutting up and listening to other people. I've got bad lessons too, so don't just believe anything you've seen on the internet. I seen the other day, pigs can fly. It was awesome. There was this picture of this pilot in this little Cessna, and he had a pig next to him, his little co-pilot, and had little goggles on. Said pigs really do fly. All right, anyways. So, yeah, that's not easy for somebody like me to do, Seeker. I'll be honest with you. I wanted it all. Remember, I taught that through this ministry that we need to slow down and one-word study, right? It's J.G. Wentworth. It's my Bible. I want to know all of it now. I'm going to read everything. I don't even need to be reading Enoch and Jasher and Lilith and all this. I am the Petra. I am the rock on the narrow way. Slow down. Start at the base. Build your house not on sinking sand. Build it on the rock. Not some Star Wars Vader Jesus. So, okay. We'll put the freeze dryer here. The washer will go. The freeze dryer is going here. I'm going to tile all this out. Eventually, if I stay here and do not move this ministry to South America, because I can do the same thing with South America with much better weather. Not that this place is not a gem, not that I'm going to sell the whole ministry. I'm going to split it in half, but I want to turn this into a commissary. So we, if people come here, could operate a business out of this kitchen in town. This little small town, we could use another food cart, small business in the food. We need it in this town. It'll help. They told you they would. People rebel after people in the food business. I know my brother's got more tattoos than me. He's got 2 sleeves. You know what I'm saying? And he wears jewelry, and he's got his hands tattooed too. I mean, I say that. Look at me. I'm all tattooed as well. But anyways, they don't care. They love his food. A way to a man's heart is through his gut, or woman. So started breaking out this kitchen. I gave away this stove to somebody. Their stove broke. And this was electric. Okay, there's a lady who's helped me, and her stove has been broke for a while, and I gave her that stove. Okay, I want to replace that with a gas top and electric range for like drying and the freeze drying. I don't want to freeze dry eggs out here. I'd rather put them in that oven and do them that way. I know they're cooked a little bit, but it don't matter once they're powdered out. Scrambled is scrambled, so you're going to cook them anyway. So you can freeze dry them without scrambling them, or cooking them. But we gave away that. So I'm going to probably bring that triple sink in here, the triple one that I have in the other cabin, which will be nice. And, there's a lot of work to be done here. But anyways, the main thing is getting this building on the grid, on power. A lot of this remodel stuff could be done later, but I've got to focus. I'm crazy busy, obviously, trying to scramble to do most of this by myself. Again, I feel just abundant that somebody can come out here and help the ministry. Obviously, nothing for free. There's diesel, there's equipment, there's time, there's hours on that equipment. It's not free, but I really feel with a lot of what's being done here, I could have gotten and paid more. And now I have somebody that appreciate what's being done here. So I give thanks and glory, Father, that's a man that's been able to do this for me and do a good job. So thank you, Father, for providing here. So anyway, again, here's the windows. These I bought. They're nice windows. I kind of like this. I don't know. They're kind of growing on me with having this. Because in some of this, you're not going to necessarily just see in. But see, this has this rib texture, so it's not like fogged or whatever. This too has a fogging on it. The other ones don't. So I'm not sure. I'll probably put this in the bedroom. There's a big window in there. You don't need to see out the bedroom, so to speak. But then again, you don't need to see in it either, right? So you can open up your windows and let the light show in without opening up the curtains. I don't know, might work. Maybe one in here on the back side of this window. I'm not sure where we'll put it. It can go in the bedroom too, and that other is missing a window out there. So, but we're working, like I said, it's, we're getting it tightened up, getting everything back to the way it needs to be. Eventually this here will get a work. I'll bring rock and this will all be reworked, and this is ugly and ghetto, but that's okay. They probably liked it when they were in there. But somebody's come in there at one time, as you see, and put bull nose over the plywood and, did drywall. I don't really like drywall, but it's okay. I mean, I've had to do patching and patch things up and, but it's getting there. Again, I'm more focused on getting it wired, the county inspections, going through the whole process. So A lot of work out here, man. Thank you, Father, for the abundance that this ministry has been able to accomplish and have all the adversity around. And at least, you know, in my life, it's just been hell, but that's okay. Not Father, just now I know again that he loves me because he only beats the people he loves. So grow up. That's what it says in scripture. So thank you, Father. I'm going to probably list one of these here on the internet. I have another one that's being worked on. I just can't get the guy to fix it. When it's done, he'll do a good job. He's just busy. But I bought those two. Again, this is how I make things work because they didn't work and I fixed them. But this one's a pull string. I tried to do it. I just couldn't get that. I don't want to strip anything. So I gave it to somebody who's an expert at it. Should have done it. But these I actually fixed. You know, neither of them were running and I knew exactly what was wrong with them. I had to take the guy's word for it. But when I ordered this place, he never run anything but clear gas in them. He owned them and they just quit running. So they just gummed up, you know, from sitting too long. I cleaned them up. They both start over first pull. So there's not much to these. They're very simple units that run almost near flawlessly. So I'm going to have to get one of these listed too. That's what I've been doing today. Get things listed on the internet so again, I don't want to rely on anybody else. I work for what I have. And, you know, I know that again, I mentioned earlier, if somebody want to make a donation, I got to go pay $700 cash and get this thing, but that's okay. I'm going to sell that. And that's probably the cost of the original one. It's like $1,700. I paid $900 for that. So I think I could get $700 out of that or $800. You know, I might pay, I might not, like I said, I might not pay nearly as much as it would, but it would save me either way. Like I said, should have bought it the first time. I wish I knew a little bit more about electric. But anyways, I'm going to get that taken care of either way. I'm going to get back up here, go back over to the cabin here. Got the mules locked up in there. A little shot of right on the other side of this is Summer Lake, Anna Reservoir, Alkali Lake, the second largest lake over. The woods are right up there. There's like 3 pyramids that sit right over there in the same shape as Orion. Black Hills, the marsh. That's where I'm gonna have to go over to the marsh to pick up this. It's actually Klamath, Fort Klamath. It's just right next to Crater Lake is where I have to go pick up the electric box. So, oh hey, there's my puppy. Juniper's still over there laying down. So, anyways, we're gonna go back over here to the other ministry where I can sit down on the couch. My back is not feeling it today. So thank you, Father. Just wanted to give the viewers, the regulars that's have been here for a minute, what's going on, a little update, what's been going on in the ministry. Obviously a lot. What are you doing, girls? You over here drinking the dog water, huh? Pretty girls. Over here drinking the puppy water, my little Velociraptor chickens, my little T-Rex. You girls are good girls. Thank you, good girls. Hope you're not laying any eggs under there. I don't think they are. Oh, we only got 4 eggs yesterday. But that's okay. It's getting a little warmer out here. So, no, I'm 2 hours away from anything. Truther. There's Goodwill at the. I got this listed for sale. Those are good little units. I think first pull starter. It's brand new. Only been used a couple times. That's for sale. I'm going to list this cauldron right here. That's I don't know how many gallons it is, but it's a number 15. Probably list that tractor seat, but I don't want to. I really like to hold on to that for just to hang it out here with the ministry. I like rusty gold. So you got to do what you got to do. Let's go inside here. What are we doing, ladies? What are we doing, ladies? They'll follow you like little chickens or like little puppies, huh? You coming back over here, ladies? Come on, girls. Come on, pretty girls. So, my pretty girls. Prettiest little chickens I have. All right, back over here. Back over here. Inside the Rusty Cowboy. This is the entrance to the ministry here. So let's flip her around here. We'll go back inside so I can reach the door here. Go ahead, puppy dog. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, apologize for the bounciness here. Okay. my nearest Goodwill is 2 hours away. So everything's about 2 hours from here. About before you drive fast, you can probably get there a little quicker. But I say about 2 hours because get a hay truck out here in the country. Any kind of delay, and always I don't drive fast. So yeah, we need a little second store out. I really wish I could have got. There's a guy up in town that got a store up in town. He don't do anything. He runs an online store, so that's cool. I don't have any qualms. He just whatever. I'm not needing dirty laundry, but I would have liked that building. I would have loved to run a little horse trader, Goodwill, secondhand, buying gold, silver, kind of a little bit of everything. Jack of all trades. Traders. My name is Tracy. Be called traders. Get it? Traders. Horse traders is what I do. This way, maybe not trader like a trader, like like Mr. Sharp Speed, but trader like trading horses, like trading dollars for hours. That where you get robbed. Oh, because you get taxed and you pay his mortgage, and you never get to pay your mortgage off. I have to get that. I'm gonna have to do some water glass in here again. Yeah, I hear you. Apologize. So, all right, guys. Hope you're doing something about what's going on right now. This world we left 8 months ago when Crow was here last was not even the same. This rock doesn't look the same if you ask me. This is a whole different world. What do you think? 10-4 Crow, you agree? I mean, 8 months ago, this was a whole different world, and that wasn't that long ago. 8 months from now, this could be a whole different world. Might be a different world by Memorial Day. No, I didn't do it, Gusty. I did it because for a lesson, but thanks to you, it's a ram. Everybody, it's a goat. How's that a goat, for Christ's sake? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, he's got a Baphomet. That's a ram, you idiot. Father's a ram, Aries. So, not you. You're not an idiot. Remember, you could distinguish a ram from a goat. They can't. Remember, they don't know a goat from a sheep. Remember, David declared him a lamb that makes father the ram. So, the trump. The shofar, remember they blow the ram's horn like the trumpet, they would blow the horn. So, yeah, so there you go. So that's, most people think it's a goat, and not most, but anybody who says something, a lot of people say something. It's just obvious I use it as that it doesn't double have things you see to help you mislearn. So, I'm saying that's why I use it for that. So, but most people, oh, it's a goat, name it to Bethlehem. What the hell's with this? Buffered again, guys. So, hold on. I'll sit back away from the YouTube rhythm. Doesn't like my energy at all. So, if I get too close to the camera, sometimes it doesn't like me. Doesn't like me. Maybe it's time to the beach. Beach time. It's time for Bravo Hotel. Bravo Hotel. We're gonna go to the hotel. Couldn't have been, but we're gonna have a science experiment. Watch it. In fact, it's cold as hell. We're gonna dry ice it up in here. Oh, dry ice. Get it? No. Got our beaker here. We're doing some alchemy. We're adding some cannibal lectors to the system, doing some preventive maintenance copy. Hell copy. Roger, send it. Send it. That's good. 10-4. I got a good copy. How copy? Roger, that's a good. Yeah, Roger. Copy, Roger. Roger, Roger. Oh. 10-19. Return to station. Oh. Back at the Hall of Justice. No coffee. Got some cig. Yeah, no coffee. I don't do coffee. Not very often. Not too much of the caffeines. Caffeine medicinally. There's another medicinal element. Alchemist marrying caffeine to your body, but that could kill you too. Remember, so can nicotine. But then again, so can 2 tablespoons of water, and if you don't have water, you'll die. So it's a fine line that you walk there. Yes, remember, 2 tablespoons can kill you. Cannabis never killed anybody. Oh, we're mixing more, we're having more beakers here. Oh, more dry ice in the system. In fact, it's cold as hell. We're dry icing the system. Remember Puff the Magic Dragon? Live by the sea. Oh. Remember, the sea is the people. Well, the people around the sea of the Great Sea, remember? That was the people. The sea or the people? Well, the people or the sea. But the sea was the Great Sea. Now it's called the Mediterranean. Remember? Israel is a man, not a country. America is a corporation. Former country. Remember, it's the United States of Israel. Welcome to America Ever After. America Ever After. You made it. Welcome to the apocalypse. It was written in the stars. No hookah, no. I chooch on my Simpsons. Chooching on my beaker. So I'm having an experiment over here. Science experiment. Weird science. Remember? Bits and pieces, pots and pans. I always say that. Nobody ever watched that movie. Did you watch Weird Science growing up? Weird Science. So, all right, it's adult stream. So, be an adult. Don't act like a child. Remember, they have the OMMP children's program. So, that's fine, Crows. That's totally okay. It doesn't work for everybody. I totally agree. Try less of it and don't do it as often, and only use it when you really have an ailment. If you want to do it just to have it, because it is good to do preventive maintenance, try doing it in another form. There are many forms like CBD, which is still cannabis. It doesn't get you high. Okay, there's a lot more to cannabis. That's what's beautiful about. Good, thank you. Nobody ever comments about that. I always say that. Bits and pieces, pots and pans, bits and pieces, and bits and pieces. Why did we love that movie so much when we were young? Freaking the 80s were so awesome, man. Remember hair bands? Like Cinderella? And never mind, I'll stop. I want to rock. I want to rock. Oh, little D. Snyder's Twisted Sister in here. My bad. I'm not sorry. Just my bad. Yeah, to make the girl. Exactly. I don't know why. There was something about that lady. I don't even know why there was anything. I don't even really remember her face. She was just a brunette with curly hair. That's all I can remember. It was like, pan down. We've got Bush, like the movie Revenge of the Nerds. I just couldn't focus on anything. Focus. Oh, those were some amazing times watching the old boob tube, right? We've got Bush. Remember Al Gore, and they gave you baby Bush. So get out of the closet, Al Gore. I want to come out of your box. Oh, no, don't do that. Stay in the closet, Al Gore. Oh, you and Greta, your other buddy. That's a dude. Oh, that's a Baphomet. We got another one of them men genders. Barack Obama. Okay, so we do science experiments often. We marry cannabis to the mainframe, and we do the burning of scents. Remember, like frankincense. Remember Frank Rizzo jerky. So don't make me up here with the hot mops. I'll fire you off the roof. Remember? So I carried an M16, and you carry that guitar, electric twanger. So go listen to Bob. I like that. They sold you on the idea of death. They put you in love with death. You're a death lover. Well, I like the idea. They put of dying for, what does he say? Man, I wish I knew that better. I better listen to some more B.O.B. I'm not listening to any B.O.B., but I put you in love with death. Dying for a cause. Well, that's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I want to fight to stay alive, They put you in love with death. You're a death lover. Go listen to B.O.B. I love that. He does another spit kind of like D. Snyder does, where he's talking, the kid on the bed. It's that same thing through Bob. So I'll have to figure out what song that is. But Bob does his own B.O.B. Bob, the artist, is probably the best all-around conscious, and there is no conscious like Jiminy Cricket. It's just a figure of speech, like a parable or an idiom. Idiot. So uh, he spoke in parables, so they wouldn't know what he was talking about. So, okay. It's like he covered it and decoded it, huh? So that's what Daniel, remember, he was a decoder, decipher, he was a magi. So, all right. Remember a wise eye, blind eye, dark eye, light eye. All right. How about a black eye? What's the difference between having one black eye and two black eyes? Once again, you didn't listen the first time, did you? But you only need one eye to see and one ear to hear, so you might want to listen up. You see what I'm saying? Are you ready to go? All right. So, yeah, there we go. It's my punani. It is. It's my G spot, baby. It's what makes me wiggle it just a little bit. Father wills, that's right. Agape is father's will. Pornea, idolatry, why he divorced his bride, is self will. There is no free will. So, Father's will be done. Thy kingdom come, the return of the bridegroom to pick up his bride at the wedding. We're having a wedding rehearsal in here, so don't interrupt the wedding or you'll be tossed out like a bad apple. We don't do no fruit cakes or fruit salad here. Whatever that marshmallow salad with the fruit and the whip. Oh, whip, remember? He whipped the sheep and the oxen they were selling. Remember, turned over the money changer table, selling doves that were exchanging. They were exchange rate like the money changers, like America, Gulf America. All right. So I die for the word. Remember, I'm a soldier of God. He said, protect my word if you love the agape me, not phileo, remember? So we're not going to do the phileo love in here. Remember, phileo is not, Peter, I'm not asking you if you phileo me. Do you agape? That's two different things. So let's keep it straight in here. Remember, straight is the gate. Narrow is the way that leads to, broad is the way that leads. If you're broad and you don't narrow, you're going to lead to hell. That's where you're at. It's probably there right now. So, Mr. Wide Gate. I'm so big. I'm so UGE. Look at me. I'm a Nephilim. I'm a bully. Not how many inches you are. That's Anunnaki there, ding dong. And stick your magic school bus in some little 5-foot frame, did you? That never happened. So nobody fell from the sky. Nothing's come from the sky there, Daddy. Maybe you're Sky Daddy Vader, you're Yoda, Chewbacca Jesus, Anakin Esau, whatever. Walker, Skinwalker, Walker, the Watcher. They're watching, they're always watching, they're watching. Oh. He's inside you. He knows what the world is. You thought you got away with it, didn't you? Remember, he's not in the sky. Oh, you did it outside the church, so he doesn't know what happened. He's inside you. Nobody's getting away with nothing. He's written on the heart of the bride, remember? So I said it's a wedding. We're getting ready for the wedding. So if you're not excited about a wedding, then you're not the bride. You have to go. So it's not a religion. Now you know. Church pew, sit down, go sit with somebody else. Don't lay. Remember when you lay or sit? They didn't sit, they laid. Yeah, your church pew stinks. So. He didn't dwell in temples made by hands. Remember, he said that twice. The Most High does not dwell in temples made by, because he equally yoked by hands. So, thy kingdom come. The return of the bride, Father's will be done, agape. 2 John and 6, to walk and follow in the commandments of Father. Father's will be done, thy kingdom come. It's the return of the bridegroom. Remember, Terry, I'm going to return. I'm going to make my enemies my footstool. Remember, there'd be ashes under his feet. He would crush the head. I said, 1 foot in the system, 1 foot out of the system. Not one of you even brought up the enemy footstool sign. Remember at the time of the VidCo, like the Corona 311, he declared the coronavirus. I come quickly, let no one take your crown on March 11th. Yes, the ficus sign. Remember, ficus, the one with flesh and blood against principalities, powers, the rule of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness, high places, the heavens, the ruling class. So you use the glossary to find a way in the book. Get it? Book. You locked in a box on pages. Let your fingers do the walking. Remember, Maranatha until I return. You got to put legs on faith. Did a little old telephone commercial there for you. Well, jingle, remember? The yellow pages. Let your fingers do the walking. Now you got it, did you? Nope. Get it? Got it? Good. Budweiser. What are you drinking? Punch drunk on some Yates 11. You're mixing. Marion. You're an alchemist. You're a Brewster. You're a witch. We'll burn you at the stake. So you got to get somebody drunk on your spirits. Remember, spiritual wickedness in high places. What are you smoking? You're on the rock. So how does that? That's not possible. How's that possible there, Scott? Scotty? This is Scotty. Scott he's making the connection, like in the same stenos to be narrow, those in the same narrow way. So I don't know what's up with that, man. I looked. I don't know how do I remember? I can't get into nobody's profiles. I can't. So I don't know how you contact me, but I've been watching you do your thing over there on the playing your little online on the web and all your other using that AI. It's shit shizer. So I'm not sure, man. It's not anybody here. So oh snap. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You said that, and like I said, I've been waiting. I went and tried to get. Oh, I don't know how to. I'm saying to look you up. You're not banned on my. I don't really have any way to get into anybody's profile. I already told you that. I don't see anybody. I only know you because you came on the live. You're the only person that's haven't had enough balls other than the people on TikTok to come in here. Speaking about making the connection, right? Kick rocks. No. Oh! So, these nuts. I don't know what happened, man. It's probably just the connection. YouTube, it's like they're Yahtzees. They like to roll the dice, I think there's free will and luck. So I don't think it was, um, I'm not sure what you mean. So, I mean, I know what you say, but I don't know how it happened. There's nobody in here that has the ability to ban anybody. Remember, nobody's been banned. No moderator. I just made you the moderator. You don't have the ability to ban anybody. So nobody's been banned. No moderator. I even remember the only other person that had any other authority than me was Lady in Red and Elijah, and they're not here anymore. So, and they still couldn't ban anybody. They could make changes to the channel, but I don't give you guys the ability to make changes to the channel. You can moderate anybody on the channel. You can put them in timeout, but you can't ban them. So I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that sucks. I've gone through a lot of that, man. A lot. I've done it. Remember, this channel's been down before for talking about being alkalinity and acidity, and the can see her. The Capricorn can. All the whatever. We'll throw a little can of corn in there. Remember, cap on that. So cover it. Remember, veil it. So yes, probably. So since they made it recreational, you know what I'm saying, and then the let Schedule 3, everything's changed, Scott. Everything's changed. Ever since that's happened, I try to tell everybody that's why I don't want them involved in any of it. Never did. That's why they need not to make it a Schedule 3. They just need to take it off the books altogether and stop going in other countries and killing other people because of cannabis. America pays its CIA, its FBI, its DEA, it's all these others, Black Ops, to go in and police cannabis in other countries. Canada, too. Canada, and literally kill people over a freaking plant that they have patent, which is illegal. So take that, YouTube. I saw that. So, and I'm telling you why. It's because the Dragon's got that now. Already been trying to. The Dragon is taking over the dispensaries with oils. That's why I told you stop going to, if you can, as little as possible. It happens. We're in the time. It's the Gestapo. I already told you should expect more burning of books, more burning of your word, more Yahtzeeism. Those who say peace and safety, stud and destruction uh, will come upon those who call out for that peace. Antichrist, remember? So when you're exposing this, remember they burned frankincense, cannabinoid, myrrh. All these were antimicrobial, antibacterial. They were burnt not like a peace pipe, like sitting around like a bunch of hippies or, a bunch of, you know, Choctaw and Cherokee having a circle, a powwow, shooting on a peace pipe, right? That's not, see, so they don't want it, and yet they'll Schedule 3 so they can let it go. It's all happening. Everything I said 13 years ago, welcome to America ever after. Welcome to the evolution. Welcome to the extinction, the sixth. Remember, there's been 5 and there's still carrots here. So go ahead and stick that in your garden or whatever, apple, and take a bite out of that in your garden or whatever. So your garden videos. So anyways, it's, it might be. I don't think it's because the AI. You know what I'm saying? It could be because you are using the AI. I didn't ever think of that. You know, and I know I told you, so I feel, but I don't think so. I think it's your subject matter of what you're saying. You got to be careful. You know, it's crazy what one content creator. You got Roly Jolie Oli. You ever watch Roly Jolie Oli? So I mean, that's he been on and never got. He could sit there and put piece after piece and blow, you know, freaking grams of dabs. You know, eighths and quarters of dabs, and you know, uh, so it's stupid, man. You know, like I said. So I try to tell people to grow their own medicinal medicines if you can. I'm not giving any medicinal advice. Consult your doctor, snakes of a pole, before you make any changes to your script or the regiment they have you on. Mexican American cabinet. So, but yeah, it's a time where they're going to continue to smash and Gestapo and put everybody in 15-minute bowls. Maybe you can grow some. You can propagate some stuff in their 15 millimeter bowls. You know, city. You're all climate controlled in there, right? So I get you all locked in a frequency wave. So I don't know how cannabis would grow under that tent. Get it? Umbrella, millimeter wave, nano. So all right. So we're just having a science experiment, and I'm taking and putting dry ice. In fact, it's cold as hell. It's just a beaker. We're having a science experiment, like weird science. So don't mind the clouds. These are just uh, clouds of vapor of cold. In fact, it's cold as hell. You hear the beaker going in the background. I got to get the science experiment going. So hold on, we're having a science, like weird science. Remember? Let's build us a lady. All right. Oh, wait, wait, wait. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of future tense, isn't it? Never thought about it. They built a bot, didn't they? Really? They built an android. Remember? Ah, 15 minutes. You can't go from one side of the bubble to the other. It's about 15 minutes in a circle. Everything's right there. It's MasterCard, Visa. It's everywhere you want to be. It's like American Express. Don't leave home without it. So, yeah, there you go. See how I'm just sparking around the algorithm. We're having a science experiment. You hear that? So the bubbles that you hear are in my beaker because I'm having a science experiment, and they love science, weird science. So, and that's dry ice. That's the smoke you see is dry ice, right? Puff the Magic Dragon. Sure. Okay, if you say so, Paco. Whatever. I held it up on the thing, and they didn't. It's crazy, like I said, from one content creator to the other. So, yep, there you go. Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. You got to be careful right now. That's what they're doing it under. Something that has been modified now. See? So I told you to stay away from the modified. Go back to source. Remember? The man they found frozen in ice, he had cannabis in a satchel on the side of his pocket. Feminine, not male hemp, but feminine cannabis. So they were sparking up since the beginning of time, man. So remember they wrote what was it, the Declaration of Independence on hemp, right? George, you ever listen to George Washington, man? Martha Washington, she was a cool chick, man. She must have a bowl waiting for every time George Washington came home, man. She was a hip chick, man. Some kind of comedy. I think it was Pauly Shore. He was talking about George Washington. All right, that's where I get that. Yeah, man. You ever seen? It says on the back of the dollar. It says, "In God We Trust." Man, there's some strange shit going on the back of a dollar bill, man, and it's green too. Oh, as a matter of fact, I hate every color except for green. Yes, they are. It's mining. It's mining your data. It's mining you. Remember, they want your information more than they want your money in your body. They want to be able to tell you what you were going to buy before you buy it. Yes, Daisy, confused, man. I never get shotgun, man. I'm only giving you shotgun, man, because I'm only going inside, man. Oh, did I just pull off some? Remember that? was a great movie. I don't watch too many movies after the 90s. I think that one came after, but that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I just absolutely love it. Remember they're standing there. Most people didn't catch it. He takes a chooch off of his freaking belt buckle. He's sitting in front of, I think, that pool hall, right? Man, I love high school girls, man. I get older and they say the same age, man. Hell, you sick pervert. So, that's pretty good, man. This movie is pretty funny. Huh, interesting. Wasn't that insane, dude? Like, dude, how did your body register that? Like, what were they saying right there, Crows? What did we just allow our mind to be? They slipped that in there, didn't they? You know what I mean? And he's hanging out with a bunch of high schoolers, right? It'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. No. But how did they slip that in there on us? You know what I'm saying? Uh, oh, good stuff, Jim. I like that. All right, spit some more of that Ray Charles in here. Spring some of that spread that inflation creation machine. Get that thing running, running, running. Keep rolling with that stuff right there. Freaking Ray Charles, baby. Sing me some more blues. These people are going to feel in blue as they keep. Remember, 1.7 trillion now, not 1 trillion. That's, yeah, 100 was that 1 trillion is 100 days. No, that's 360,000 years. If you came back every day just to pay you off one, now it's 1.7 trillion. Didn't you listen in personal finance, compound interest? Remember, interest and expansion of the money supply. Remember, money is not paper, money is gold and silver. So thank you for Ray Charles spitting some truth. Alethea. So thanks for coming in, Sabrina. You know me, I love economics. So where do you put your treasure? My treasure's after death. I receive my prize. Shiloh's my prize. That's what I'm running to. Don't spend your treasure here. You won't be saved. Remember, you spent it. You left it on this rock. It lifted you out of here like a snare. Did you leave it? Is it securely fastened? Did you leave it on this rock that you walk? So that's right. And the halftime stupid bowl, and they market Dodge. They market colors, pinks, and all these things to your children with the zebra stripes and the snowballs, the pink snowballs. Why come they're not white? What the hell is pink snowball? Why don't they make them yellow? Tracks in the Snow by One Hung Low, or about I.P. Freely. Remember? What Trip to the Outhouse by Willie Make It, illustrated by Betty Won't. So talking about piss and, never mind. Yellow Lake piss dye number, as you put that in your body, huh? Yellow Lake, my Blue Lake number. Yeah, whatever, you're drowning in the swamp. I hate to break it to you. Hold your breath there, cracker. Turning blue there, Smurf. You are the swamp. What are you, an avatar? Tree me or something? Oh! So, my bad. I get a little off of my own, snapped to my own nom there. No, I'm not that old. I was not during the 70s. Not that damn old, for Christ's sake, remember? Don't be dark like that. Dark oil, keep your dark oil away from me. What are you oxidized or something? Don't be oxidized. We're in the age of air. Oh, wait. Remember? Aquarius, welcome to Revelation. It is, because that's what it says. Deserves. That's kind of another spiritual thing. Don't sup with vipers. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Right. It says that. It says, give a man fish and give him a fishing pole. Remember, those who don't work don't eat. So if they don't want to work, don't feed them. That's right. Bad apples, toss them out. We don't help people. Jeremiah, don't pray for them. So he keep putting things, and I'll show you how it relates to Scripture. So somebody knew something, didn't they, Adrian? Remember? Don't cast your pearls in the mud. Remember, we do that here. That's the way we toss out the bad apples. What did Adrian know? Now you know. It's the backbone of this ministry. Remember, we toss 98.5% of the people out of here like that take a plea agreement to gain for the bar and take it deep like eating big Bob cock meat sandwiches. Remember that movie? What was that? Harold and Kumar or whatever. Remember? Just shut up and smoke my weed. Remember all that bush? That was pretty funny. All right. Oh, my goodness. I had to go off on a. Told you, snapped in my own. I was in desert. I didn't. Never mind. I won't talk about that. I'm in the desert. We'll leave it alone. I was born in the desert. I'm in the desert now. Well, let's not talk about my military. I don't like. I'm a soldier of God. Remember, if I die here or on the battlefield, I hope that Father will bless me and reincarnate me as a soldier so I can live to fight again. Carry on as you were. Oh, man, it's so bad. Yeah, no connection. I went in there. They want to do a bone scan, and they want to do EMG, which I'm not. I don't want to do none of it. I think I'm going to walk away from this crap. I did it in 2016, and I'm still standing. Sozo, the Greek word, saved, to be carried, lifted from beginning point to an ending point. So I ain't anywhere near the ending, and I wanted to get myself fixed, but I don't want to get sprayed with juice down my back. Remember, take a 9-volt battery, hook it up, stick your nerve right to the vending of your nerves to because I can't get covered with the insurance. The way it would work, the opposite way, they can perform the same thing. They can give me an injection which would ease the pain and allow them to go in there and see where the problem's at. Or now, because I don't have the insurance, because they give $3 billion to Israel every year, and Satan Yahoo that hates this country and hates America. Remember, they didn't let the Christians in the bunkers, so I don't get the insurance to cover my injections, which would take a series. Now they're going to give me fluid, ram fluid, a bone scan where they shove fluid in me and it leaks anywhere, and you'll see where all my rips and all the other. I didn't want to talk about it, the length, and they can measure it. It puts an image. They can go in and give me more scans. So then they want to throw an electric on me. So they want to hurt me to figure out where my problems are in the opposite end of the spectrum. One way they can ease my pain to figure out, but no, Father wants me to be in pain and more pain to figure out where my problems are at. So either way, ease the pain, figure out my problems, or make them hurt me to figure out where the pain's coming from. So Father chose for me not to get because I don't know. I don't have the coverage to, that's why I think I'm just going to leave the country to have not now. I'm not going anywhere. I can't go anywhere. So I have to live with the pain. He's going to have to lift me, beginning point 7 times 70, 490 times. That might be until I get out of this country. I'm not going to have I'm only going to have I'm have a disc replacement. I don't want it to be. I talked to a lady who's sitting there. I don't know, it's like 7 or 8 months or something into her same thing that they wanted to do me. Very similar. I was like, damn, whatever. She's a hardworking lady apparently. But anyways, she said she couldn't bend over. You can't bend over, pick any. How do you operate? How do I do anything if I can't even bend over and tie my shoes? I'm saying you have to use assist, and I've been there before with the sciatica, so not doing it. I'm saying I think I'm going to tell them to kick rocks. I can't get the Social Security, and so what? It'll be another mark on my record again for refusing medical whatever. So they already know that I won't take narcotics. I don't want your narcotics. I want your snakes at the pole, your sorcery, your pharmakia. I'm not getting your side effects. I use cannabis. It makes me happy, hungry, or horny, and I don't have anybody around, so I don't have to worry about that. So, I'm here with you guys. So appreciate that I can come in here and, share this with you, what's going on. And, it's a battle. Every day is a battle. Every day is pain. I was really trying to take care of it. So I guess if I'm going to do this to get it done, I'd either have to be in a lot more pain to get it fixed. Sometimes it takes money to make money. No, pleasure's worse than the pain, right? What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So I'm a veteran, so I apologize. I guess that's how I make it every day. I'm a soldier of God. He's the one who lifts me. Remember, carries me sozo from the beginning point, ending, sometimes daily, 490 times a day. I want to feel like I want to fall out, but he carries me to the end of the day. I'm sure he'll carry me to the end of this flesh, but Holkadash spirit, that's when, wrestle not against flesh and blood. So he picks me up. So, I'm grateful for the word. If I didn't have the word, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't even be here. I know I'd be in a way darker place and it'd be a lot worse than it is right now. So I can't thank Father enough just to have the strength to do what I do. I don't care about the pain. That's what I said. I'd rather not be in complete without pain. It would feel so foreign. I'd probably die. Yeah, it'll be like one of those people that get old. What was wrong with her? I don't know. She fell off the porch, broke her hip, and died. Never had a single problem. She, it'd be like one of those things. If I was out pain, I already told them that. And actually, Dr. Bailey, she said, look, man, I've heard that from people like you, extreme. You just don't think it's possible to be without pain. But when I wrapped my brain around that I could be without pain, I said, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get this done now. Let's take care of this. Preventive maintenance goes a long way. That's why I use cannabis. Thank you, Father, for cannabis. But Either way, it helps with the signal pain. It helps with the relay pain. It helps with, they're getting ready to do an EMG, electromagnetogram, and poke me with frickin' electricity to see where I have problems instead of giving me the relief of injections, which would ease the pain for me, and they could go figure out the same procedure. So I don't know why Father wants me to be in more pain. It's probably the same reason why he killed my son and daughter and won't let me have anything. I just only have this ministry and I only have you guys. Because remember, I don't have anything else in this world. Not a single friend. Anybody I've known for any expended period of time at all, acquaintances or any what you call family is not family is going to be with who you have to die. So I have you guys, okay? So I'm thankful for that. Don't think I'm trying to be unappreciative, in any way, shape, or form. I'm so over the dirt. I'm so over the physical. I just want to go back to Hokadesh spirit, either physical experience and a spiritual experience in a physical entity body, and stop with this nonsense of physical. I hate the physical. I want to go back to being a bird where I can just fly and a bird not knows where it's going to worry about what's going to eat. The wind, as I sold my son when he was 18, I was gone and I should have listened to him, and I paid here for it every single day. Know that he could maybe, but Father doesn't make mistakes. Would you stop it? Would you please stop? I know Dad's leaning in the side because my back is stopped. Thank you. This dog's so good. He's trying to help me. He knows when I'm having, he was doing it last night. So anyways, I'm working through it. I don't know what the hell, Father is doing to me, but he doesn't make a single mistake, and I'm not concerned. Don't listen to me in my woes. It's just me being a little bitch, barking. So, um, you know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and a dog only hollers when it's hit. So, Father's beating. You'll have to excuse me while I whine and whimper, but Father's not making a mistake, so and he beats the one he loves. I say that. So if he's beating you and you have a hard time in your life, it's because he loves you, brothers, sisters. A bird cannot achieve lift without resistance, the Most High. So it comes with not pleasure is worse than the pain. I know that the things that I desire are not the things of the world. It's Hokadesh, it's spirit. So Father's will be done. Um, Does your belief stem purely from your hatred of holidays? No, I don't have a belief. Belief is not a thought in your head. Belief is a verb. It's an action word. So belief, you're not using the word belief correctly. Let me take you back to school for a minute. Faith is a noun. You can't see magnetics, right? Can't see faith, can't see Hokadesh spirit, but is that real? So belief is not an action word. It's a verb, not a noun. Faith is a noun. You still have to put legs on faith. Maranatha until I return. Are you following me? So remember, that would be an action word, right? Not the thought in your head. I'm not asking you if you're following me. I want to know if you're putting legs on faith. See how that works? So you can ask me towards hatred towards holidays, because the holidays are not ever anything in scripture. They're pagan in nature. Man used to get up every day, almost freeze his balls or his tits off, or where he or she, or no, where she, her whatever, her lips off, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put it straight to you. And the sun saved their life, and they knew if they put food, spit seeds in the ground, it would grow. I'd worship the sun too, but he doesn't want us to worship the sun. So when he writes this Hokadesh, this spirit, this ghost, this word on our heart, we're supposed to follow it, not the things we see of the world. So that's idolatry. Divorced his bride and called her a whore, the book of Apocalypse, for the same thing, and going after gods in the sky. Star worship, either Hollywood actors, famous idols, or stripes, stars and stripes, flags. Father hates flags. Burn all flags on site. Wipe your ass with them. They make great toilet paper. Oh, that's better than TP for your bunghole. In some cases, you get rid of these abominations. You'd fly them upside down if you were to be doing any credit for a flag. Remember stars and stripes that they whip and you wipe with? That's what I wipe my ass with. I think they're stripes, like a perfect stripe. I'm like, oh, wow, look at that. Perfect stripes. And then I burn it, because the proper way to get rid of a flag is to burn it. So anyways, yeah, I don't go after flags or go on mandates or codes. No mandates, dates with men or codes, or I don't follow men. Remember, he said, be sure no man deceive you. So and don't say peace, Dodge. I hate the word peace, like I hate the holidays. So don't ever say peace in here again. Peace is antichrist. So thank you for coming in. If you can't dodge it, ram it. We just ram the word peace out of here. Peace is the word shalom. He said, do not think I come to bring. This is peace. Just so you know, this old ministry is about that. This is peace. This is the peace symbol, okay? So no peace in here. Don't you ever say that word in here ever again. Please take that, strike that from your tongue. It's an alien word. It's foreign. Never speak it in here. Those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction will come upon those who call out for peace. Remember, same thing happened to me with my son. Just go peacefully, son. Go peacefully. What happened? They grenaded me to the face, didn't they? Kidnapped my son and killed my daughter when I called out for peace. So don't say peace in here, please, ever again. Strike that word. Deserve. Deserve. Don't ever say deserve again. I know, but I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to mother you. It just helps. Thank you so much, Dodge. It's going to be rough. That's what helps me know, and that's what gets me up. This is perfect. Father's doing this is perfect because it's not peaceful. It's hard. It's tabernacles. It's sorrows. It's tribulation. You couldn't be more antichrist. So, you know what I'm saying? I did it. Look, I called out for peace. Go peacefully, son. Bam, and he got shot. That was the antichrist. So I brought it upon myself, didn't I? Go peacefully, sweetheart. Go peacefully, Nirana. They killed her, didn't they? Somebody did. Where the hell is she at? Nobody cares, remember? I wake up every day with that. Nothing happened. Nothing. It just got worse. Don't call out for peace. Thank you. Love you, Dodge. Much agape, man. Let me correct you. You correct me if I make a mistake. You correct me every single time. Don't let me slip with even a single jot, tittle, yod, or a thought, or it'll throw us both in hell. The blood will be on your hands. Remember, woe if you don't go share the light. Hallelujah. So thanks for mothering me, but we got to mother each other. Remember, eat your mother. So not crackers and grape juice. And remember, I don't do this saltine. I'm salty, but not by bread, by sodium milk, potassium chloride. Don't look back. You would turn to a pillar of salt. So, because you fornicated with this world, and there we go. Outstanding. Thank you. I can't even, like I said, we're coming up now on almost 2 years. I haven't seen my son, and like I told you at my court case, oh, what do you have anything to say? Yeah, I reported my son and daughter murdered in this same courtroom. My daughter raped. Does anybody care? Go to jail. Thank you, Father. Remember, and nothing's happened since then. So it's all still just not even a single anything, nothing. I reported them dead over and over, and I've only been thrown in jail over that again and again and again. And here I am still standing, and I'm working for this ministry. We're kicking ass out here, aren't we? Because we're not going to sit around and be, earth ruled. No, we're moving dirt. We're moving mountains. We're making big moves here because Father, not MAGA. And no matter what happens, Father didn't make a mistake. So doesn't matter where he's at. It just hurts as a dad to know if he's still hanging by a thread and thinks that I'm going to come help him. I want to still help him because he's my son. He was a good young man. And he did what he was told. He went with his hands in the air, and they still shot him. So why would he ever trust anything I ever told him? I told him if he went peacefully, they wouldn't hurt him. Instead, they threw him in jail. It's not the first time Elijah's had something like that happen to him. Actually, almost every time Elijah says something for the right, he ends up getting wronged. So apple don't fall far from the tree. Look at the same incident with me. So shouldn't be very different, is it? It's a dose in the same narrow way. So I seek no vengeance towards no man. There's nothing here for me. I'm done with this world. I'm trying to get fixed so I can be here for another 50 years and spread the light. I want to go on the road if Father will allow me. Should have done it and take the money that the gold and silver, like my son said, he might still be alive here, but no, he wouldn't because Father's already wrote his day of death. Only knowing that's the only thing that's keeping me here. I wouldn't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there is no peace. Peace is antichrist. So it doesn't mean we can't thrive. It doesn't mean that we're not doing good out here in the ministry. And it doesn't mean that I'm not okay, brothers and sisters. I'm all right. I'm just in a lot of pain. My heart hurts as a father. I don't know what he's doing. I can't question that. You don't question your father. You respect him, right? So that's what I do. And as my son, his dad, I just can't stop knowing that if he's hurting, I want to help him. But I have faith knowing that Father doesn't make mistakes, and it is what he is. If he's gone, then he's not here to see this disgusting, filthy abomination. His name is Elijah. I don't know how he escaped death, but maybe he did. In some flaming chariot. I don't know. I'm not going to question Father's will. Adrian is the one that just bothers me to no end, that she got caught in all of this. They kidnapped her from day one, and nobody ever cared about my daughter. I have made contact with her father even after these years, and he won't contact me. My son's mom won't contact me. My daughter's dad won't contact me. Nobody will, nothing. I've been cut off. It's really like I got shot when I walked out that door. So, guys, because to me, nothing's happened. I'm still backwards now. Anytime I pushed, it made it worse. Peace. Remember, oh, it's going to get better, and it just got worse. So that's why when I'm just smashing this peace word in here, okay? So you know what happened. Look what happened. Go watch the live stream. You need a refresher on why not to say peace. Go watch the live stream, why you don't call out for peace. And then follow the almost nearly 200, 2 years, whatever that, I don't want to do the math, but that it's been since I've even known anything about my son. Nobody will help me. Most people get their children on a milk carton. Most people can file a missing persons report. Every day I go on the internet, people report missing children, and I can't report mine. That is brutal. That is a mind menace daily, especially if you love your children. And I do. I have a lot of affection for Elijah. I wouldn't have stand up for him if he wasn't a strong man of the word. I wouldn't. I already taught him, if you do the crime, you do the time. And he did his time times 2. He got it times 2, and they still tried to throw him in prison. So you're damn right I was going to stand up and assert my First Amendment constitutional rights, not a second. Made it very clear for hundreds of hours that there would be no fight with a gunfight, but that's what they went and said. There was going to be a firefight to the local patrons while they shut down the lodge and had steak dinners. And it was the apocalypse to the local people. They thought this is the biggest end of the world scenario ever happened. It was just me out here telling them you're not going to, they could have came to the gate at any time. They could have called me directly. They never did. Still to this day, affirmative defense, the right of justification defense, excused defense. Elijah is still justified. He's still not committed a single crime because he has the right to protect himself from illegal prosecution. Remember, affirmative defense is excuse and justification defense. Excuse and justification justifies your actions in civil and criminal trials are justified, and you cannot be criminally or civilly tried and criminally, and they did, and they still threw me in a cage. And I'm still standing here. So don't ever give up. It's going to get a lot worse in my life. I guarantee you that. Follow this ministry. He ain't done beating the crap out of me yet. Doesn't mean I won't thrive in this environment. I'd rather be 13 years too early than 13 seconds too late. 13 years ago, I put out exactly where we're at today. I don't have a crystal ball. Father calls out to my heart. It's called the scriptures. They're doing it by the script. Why don't you go back and read? And you know, prognosco would have foreknowledge of. I also did foreknow who the ones I did predestined, the ones I divided from my light. And I put them in their darkness and their sin. And I'm going to test them. I'm going to see if they're going to lash out or gain. Remember, I did thousands, it said it. Not thousands of times. I did a lot of hours going over that same thing of the Old Testament, that we are not to go out and try to go outside. They came here and grenaded my daughter, my son, assaulted all of us in the middle of the night and literally gassed me. 5 literal excessive force. Have you ever me see even a lawsuit? I said I probably would because I should, but that's not for me to make the taxpayer pay of this state for the criminal behavior of their public servants. So I've called it like it is, and it doesn't matter if they threw me in jail. I would not take a deal. They told me they would give a deal. They would drop all this, just take a misdemeanor and willingly take a plea for a gain for the bar, and you won't have to go to jail. All this will go away, and you will not have to face felonies or jail time. And I said, you, I'm taking it to the box. You know that? I don't care. And then remember, I hired an attorney, $25,000, and he violated my rights. John Caligo should be barred and never practice law again. That man walked before I told him in his office, if you do not bring my son into my trial, you are violating my right of Miranda 6 to call witness in my favor, evidence, the right of evidence and suppression. He thinks, I told him, John, I know you don't like the things I say, and he told me the same thing, and that's what he went in there, and I had to face it. He went in there and said, my client didn't break any laws. Remember, he told his son not to stop the vehicle. He didn't stop him physically. He didn't break any laws. He didn't provide him a car. You guys have him with providing him a car. That was Elijah's car. That wasn't his car. It didn't matter. Remember, I still got a verdict that was guilty because there was no evidence, not a single stitch. The only evidence in my trial was against me from the state. They used my own evidence against me. And I'm still here standing. Remember, violated my 6th Amendment. Didn't call any evidence in my favor. The right of evidence suppression. They can't suppress evidence at your trial. Call witness in your favor to clear your innocence. And remember, we're still all innocent. A right of affirmative defense. I have the right to protect myself from illegal prosecution. I always have. So remember, civil and criminal excuse and justification. My actions were justified. Nobody wanted to talk about it. My attorney didn't even bring it up. And I paid $25,000 wasted for nothing to have my rights violated. And I'm still standing here, so you know. So if you think your life is rough, well, some of us are still standing, trying to be a light for others, trying to actually get you to the light, but none of you want to come here. So that's fine. I know. If you're scared, go to church or something. Remember, they blew up this ministry. So whatever. Go to church or something. Find yourself with some other people or want some peace or something. So, okay. Thanks for coming in, Crows. Appreciate it. Good to hear you. Obviously, I apologize. It's an old thing that I've been not talked about much. You haven't seen me talk about it much on the ministry. So I've kind of pushed that in the past and have faith in Father. So appreciate it. Just, it's hard to think that my son is out there somewhere thinking my dad's going to come one day and I'm here sitting there on the internet. Just, it is what it is, serving the ministry, but Father doesn't make a mistake. So shut up, RK, you idiot, you stupid idiot. You're a, at least you didn't put your stupid finger. Go finger yourself. Go finger, go stick it right up your fourth point of contact. Sit on it. All like a planet. Never wander out of here. Yeah, I'm still okay, guys. I'm fine. Father ain't made mistakes. I'm just boisterous is all. Just assert my first. It's called redress of grievances. The Congress gave me this right. Remember, established by God. Congress is the one who established laws and tariffs, brothers and sisters, not presidents. Don't make executive orders, or do they make laws? That's done at not at the executive, but the legislative branch. Judicated, do that. Judicial, legislative, and executive. It's not, it's repugnant. If you follow these laws, he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to hold you accountable. He will. Judge that shall be judged. He stood up the corporation. They perverted his father's law. They perverted the law here in America. It's a corporation. It's the United States of Israel. Grow up. So I'm not one of these people to sit around and pussyfoot around. Okay? Sprung on the cat, whatever. Your one-eyed cat sticking in your fourth point of contact, remember? I'm not here to Father made this happen, and if he wanted it to be different, there's nothing. It would be completely different. My son would call me right now from somewhere. Dad, I'm alive. Fuck you. I hate you. Go to hell. You got me in more trouble. Now you know I'm alive. You made my worst worse. Nothing. I can't even get that. Remember, I can't even get him to find my son. I can't even get anybody to look for him or my daughter, and I got them both killed. So how about that? I got them killed. Remember, if I had taken the gold and silver, it's not like they just got killed randomly. I got them killed. I didn't listen to my son. Take the gold and silver and go on the road. Probably the same thing that Marshall is the one who killed him. Remember, that's reported to Josephine County. Here's the guy who killed him. Here's the guy who raped my daughter, potentially. Here's where their car's at. Here's all the evidence. Here's the motive. There's a passport there. That's a federal offense. If you don't go there now, you're violating my rights. Call for service just on alone, the 40 pounds of silver and the gold. So, you know what I'm saying? And you got idiots like this that don't even probably have a child. They don't have a missing child. Hey, listen here. If you want to help me and you ever come in here again, RK, and you put anything with the finger, like I said, just don't ever give this person. They already had their 2 chances. Moderate this name. We will not condemn you because that wouldn't be right. Remember, he separates the wheat from the chaff. He condemns, okay? I'm not condemning you from this channel, but you're never allowed to say anything in this channel anymore. This is the only finger you're going to get from me. You are an abomination. My son and daughter are missing, and I have a lot to do with why they were killed. So if you'd like to talk and help, if you're not willing to help this ministry, sit on it. Go fuck yourself. Stick your thumb up your ass and eat it, okay? Take your fudge sickle and suck on that, okay? Don't want it here. Don't care about you. You're not doing anything. You're not making anything in here. You're not producing any fruit. You're just a troll. You can't even put any words. So every time you come in here, ban this person. No, moderate them every single time. Don't let them, because they say the same thing. So if they're not even doing anything, please help me moderate this person, because they just don't, they never did say the same thing. It's always, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Like I said, look, they don't have a son or daughter missing. They don't care. They don't care to help me. They don't care to help themselves. So the reason why I'm in this pickle is because, I was helping my son under the right of affirmative defense, not talking about anything. So if you can't produce any fruit in here, nothing's changed with this person to any other. They're not being treated any differently, but they just come in and say they're spamming the chat. So don't let that person, RK, think of RFK, because that guy, Goo Gobbler, sounds like a freaking turkey with his turkey net, with his squirrel dick or whatever, raccoon or pig dick or whatever he's found on the side of the road. I don't want to hear it. He's swine. He's not producing any meat or any fruit, clean fruit for the ministry. Like I said, we always give people, but it's never. It's just too excessive. It's become a pattern, and you'll know them by their fruit. So, hey, like I said, I'm just telling you, don't ban them. Just as soon as they come in here, just get rid of them, because they'll say something. They'll always have that, but it'll always be the same thing. So do we really need to give them two? No, they're not working for the ministry. You're giving them a third time and a fourth time and a fifth time. But Pastor, you said they can come back in later. Yeah, I know, but this person always comes in and says the same thing every single time. So we've had enough. Like I said, they come in and say something out the gate and capture some kind of fruit, right? Oh, don't ban them then, right? They're putting any kind of fruit, right? Any kind of light fruit, then don't, right? Because they're going to come in and say something, but they're always going to do that, right? So that's strike three. You're out of here. So, okay. So, I just get tired of it. It's stupid. I mean, it's some of the, I don't know where they come in with some of these things. Like I said, it's just, it's an emoji, I guess, right? Remember, we used to ban people for the smiley emoji on this chat, because that reminded me of Walmart, brought my PTSD level through the roof. They think it's funny to intern American citizens. They're going to do it again. And we are so much further when I was talking about when we banned smiley faces. Look how much further we made it towards that day, brothers and sisters. Drafting, remember? Auto enroll, 42 now enlisting, military on the streets of this country. Oh yeah, we are way more towards that day where they will make people in America work for Israel. Yep. Using the tech, they'll have you do the low jobs that they can't use for bots. That's what they'll fill in with you slaves. You're bonded. The ones you remember, take a plea bargain and they'll give you a check. Please just help me. Give me some money. Give me something. I can't eat this, goy slop. I can't get it anymore because the stores are closed, and I should have had some extra oil like the word says. I should have put up for my children's children, put some seeds up so I can grow heirloom for my children's seeds. Oh, I thought that meant like gold and silver. I can't eat that. Bullets and Band-Aids. Well, they can't eat that either, can you? Maybe a water filter, gold and silver will be like, food and water will be the new gold and silver. But I don't want to get too far ahead of it there, because I don't want to give you any economic advice, tell you what to do with your money. So food is money. Watch. Okay, never mind. Moving on in here. Remember, you're not growing anything. You're nothing. You're not nothing. If you're not growing anything, please unsubscribe from this channel right now. If you are not growing any food, please unsubscribe from this ministry. Don't come back until you're growing something. I don't care if you stick some toothpicks in an avocado seed and stick it in the windowsill over this spring. And so put some sprouts up there. I don't tomato plant, potato plant. Stick it to the man. Get put on the list. Don't be afraid. It's okay. The government's not there to help you. Remember Hurricane Katrina, Helene? Yeah, there we go. Put you in a bowl, 15-minute Super Bowl, and you will see what happens with that. So, anyways, RK. So, okay. Anyways. Seriously, these people are lost. You're going to have to do your own Super Bowl, brothers, sisters. Be super, you know what I'm saying? Don't take these people and think the government's there to help you. The government is there. It's mente is mental. Govern is to control. They're mind controlled you to the people. There's two kinds of people on this rock. I told you, service to self and service to others, like we served during Hurricane Katrina or Hurricane Helene, please. Excuse me. Biffle went in there with his helicopters. People went on horseback, told them that still people shine in the hardest of times, brothers, sisters. But two kinds of people on this rock. People think the government's always going to be there to fix it, help them, save them. And there's people who can think, brothers, sisters, use their head. Okay. Use the bodies of the temple. Use that. You can help others. What's going to be the worst thing is to be around people who are unprepared, people who are hungry. I've seen it, brothers, sisters. I'm a veteran. I've been in the military, law enforcement. I grew up in a big city, been around it. People who are hungry don't think with their heads. They used to say people think with their guts. Remember, you woke up, all you thought about is how am I going to put food in my belly? I almost froze my balls off and my tits off. Apologize. Or it's an adult stream and the sun saved your life. Oh my, and I would pray to it too. You put food in the ground, it would grow food, water. I mean, I would really think that was the keeper of life, right? So I feel for pagans. They didn't know, but when you're not a pagan, Father put this word on your heart. He's going to hold you accountable. That treasure he gives you, he said, don't hide it from the, right? I'll give it to the rich man, those that are rich in the word, right? Share it with others. That's charity, not of money or food. We're trying to get to a food ministry here because tithe food. Remember, in the desert, they didn't listen to Father. Money was not a thing. Money is food. Money is actually gold and silver, but I'm not talking. Remember, if you're laying next to a 500-ounce bar and you don't have any rice and beans, of silver or gold, are you going to care that that's shiny? So again, be wise, virgin, and have the extra oil that he says. He said, don't go back to your store. Remember, they had extra store. They have extra oil. Don't go back to your house. You should already have TP for your bunghole, right? You're going to fight people over the last roll of toilet paper down there at the Piggly Wiggly or the whatever you get your, that's right. There you go. We have no skill set. We haven't go back to the lost ways, like even covering our genital regions or whatever. Seriously, like the fig, the parable of the fig leaf, and the fig tree, but maybe thank you, Phil. Or that's right, Phil. I think you call you Phil. Bill's been here. Bill, we're gonna give you the wrench. You've been here. I think you have. I think you see in here because you're producing fruit. Same thing. So why you give the wrench? More people come in here and they're trolling. They see people with wrenches. I don't think you're just gonna throw people out of here if you don't want to use the wrench. Then just sit in here and glean. That's okay too. So, but please use the wrench. Well, number 10 socket. If you get lost, if your kid picks up your account and starts putting some weird stuff, we'll probably won't permanently ban you. And you know that I didn't give you the ability to ban anybody. Nobody's ever been banned. We're not even banning whatever the RK guy in here, but we just don't want to. He keeps spamming the chat, so we don't eat pork in here. Remember, not literally. You can eat pork or pepperoni or. Don't eat tassel pepperoni Jesus, okay? If you know what that is. Stripper Jesus, so don't eat that kind of meat, brothers and sisters. Remember, he said, feed a man that's giving you the eating the meat. Remember, the fat was the best part of the meat. That was at. Remember, oil, you make fat, you render down fat, you make tallow, okay? So, ranch, there you go. Okay, I appreciate the trust. No, so in another, what it does for in here, Phil, that you've been here is you're producing fruit. Is it brings people in here because we throw everybody out. 98.5% of the people in here get tossed out. The more wrenches are in here. This is actually, I was just thinking about this supping with Father before I came in here. He's like, this is how I wanted this. This is why it is this way. Just don't stop what you're doing. The more wrenches that you're in here, people are going to come in here and see wrench. They probably know they're going to get moderated. Just troll the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you go in a room and there's a lot of moderators, are you going to go in there and try to be a troll in that chat? You can't you might be able to get away with taco, right? Say tacos or something. But if you start coming in, I don't really care who it is, even in a less moderated channel than this, obviously, you'll get tossed out with those people by being a troll. They really don't want people just to troll and spam the chat, right? On all. Here, it's very different. We give you 2 times and you're done. You're out of here. Because we want people to produce fruit like Phil had produced. He was talking, we can't even tie 2 knots, a slip knot. Look at the Navy. Look at how many different, this is fruit, brother, sister. That is going to help another brother and sister. There's lots of entertainment channels. That's cool. Go get entertained in another channel. We laugh here and we say stupid things. I do a jukebox thing every once in a while, squeal like a stinking pig. You know what I'm saying? No, Jesus Christ is not a prophet of God. See, now we'll do this. Watch. Jesus, there's no such thing as Jesus because there's no J. Okay, so Jesus is a made-up myth, the term like the guy, your Pitfall character on Atari or whatever your Call of Duty skin. That it doesn't. That's not. That was added later. Christ is a pagan term, and he says the I, remember, one with a crown, is supposed to be single. Remember, not dark and light. So you're mixing. There was no word Christ. Word is Father. That is Hokadesh. Cosmos, an early arrangement of yods, not cosmos, not above your head. There is no J in the Old or New Testament. This call, I would like for you guys to do the same thing. Mother these people. If they don't know, show them to the narrow way. This person is an idiot. They're a Satanist. They're a Nephilim. They're actually a demon because they're using lies and trying to tell you something that's not ever written in the original Testament, Old or New. They have been influenced by religion. They are an abomination. They are a Barack Obama, basically. Remember, I saw lightning fall from heaven. It's not above their heads, but yet they think it is. They think dead people go to the sky. Christ means anointed, remember, in oil. The eye is the lamp of the body. They can't tell you any scripture. They just speak some happy peace Jesus nonsense. Chichon sit on a church pew. It stinks like Catholics. They do their calisthenic Jesus. They got the up, down with a cross. They're doing their cross, whatever. Got to come up with another one for that, some kind of calisthenic Jesus. But anyways, it's just Satan. It's the peace Jesus. It's Antichrist. Okay, so well, not that though, Sabrina. I'm not though. Really, I'm not. Sabrina, I'm not though. Okay, but you guys, I'm not going to just throw somebody out of here, Sabrina. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to consult with every one of you before I take somebody's wrench. I'm not above anybody, okay, sister? I'm not though. But you know what I'm saying? I want to. I am the dog. I am the shepherd. I am the leader of this flock, only because Father made me. But we are all supposed to lead each other in that same narrow way, right? Stenos, to be narrowed, right? So I just want to make sure, sister, I'm not, and you know that. I don't think you came out. You just want to put out the moderator. Hey, look, you give him the wrench, but will number 10 socket your ass. Remember, you sit there and be stubborn like the earth and you can't be moved. That's not under your feet. Then we'll go ahead and remove you. So, but we will always consult with somebody. Like when we had to get rid of Lady in Red, I didn't want to do that. So we won't just remove you, brothers, sisters. Everybody's going to consult in here, okay? But Father made me a shepherd, and I didn't want this role. They call me Trey Dog in school, guys. I mean, you could literally find school videos and stuff of me. I want to go to Trey Dog and party Cali style, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know where that word came from, but I do know that I don't feel like a sheep, and I never did because I wouldn't go with the flow. So I didn't feel like I could go with the flow, the herd kind of people, because as I consider like a good and evil, right? There's the bad, the people who go against the grain. If you're loved by the world, brothers and sisters, you're going to be hated by my Father. Don't go with the grain. Don't go with the flow. Remember? Don't go with that flock of goats. Remember? Herd is what they are, right? They're considering you like they're going to flock you and fleece you. They are. Do you see? That's what I'm saying. That's what a dog does. It sends a warning like a messenger, like an angel comes to warn you. The wolf, don't go down by the water. The wolf is down there going to eat you when you stick your head down by the water, right? See, and to me, as I can understand that goats, right, they just don't hear me. But the sheep, I have to be able to speak Father's word to be the dog, to be the leader, the shepherd, the leader of the sheep. Now, I didn't pick this. Remember, I used to think good and evil. I was like, I hate this world. I don't belong here. Father, why? I'm not bad. But when I talk to people about you, people tell me I'm evil. I'm the wolf. And I've got these big pointy ears and a big pointy tail and canine teeth. And they keep calling me the wolf. But I'm trying to lead these people away from the water because I know the wolf is there. But they keep telling me that I'm bad and I don't go with the flow, right? Because if generally, let's step back. People who go with the flow but brothers, only those who do the will of the Father, remember? Those are his sheep. Those who do Father's will. Remember, we know that. If you know his voice, you know the gospel, right? We know what we're supposed to do. Remember, if you are loved by the world, you'd be hated by my Father, right? If you deny me in front of your friends and your family, I will deny you in front of Father. So we can't not share this light. So don't think that because I've been given this flock of this ministry that I am special. We all need to be leaders. I may go down, and that being any one of you would need to step up, correct? And Sister Sabrina did a good job. When they threw me in jail, I think some of you guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys stepped up. You kept the comment section going, and you kept this ministry alive. You need to be able to pick up that torch, not like a Roman, there it is, look at that candle, and pass that torch, okay, brother, sister? So I'm not special, but I am a dog. I didn't ask for that, and it's just what I am. And again, I look like to the sheep, to most people, but that's a false sheep. That's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? That's a different kind of sheep, brother, sister. We have sheep among us that look like sheep, right? They're standing in the pulpits trying to lead the sheep. That's a shepherd, brothers, sisters. And I know what the scripture says. I'm not trying to go against what scripture tells you. Okay, this is a hard life for me because I never did go with the flow. And everybody told me I was bad, but I said, now, wait a minute, I'm trying to bring up what the word says on how, and I'm not perfect, brothers, sisters. I'm not a perfect servant. I'm not a perfect saint, and I'm not a perfect dog. I've got some battle wounds and scars, and I've been through, but again, it's taken a lot to come to this understanding where Father said, you're my dog. You're not, I know you're not evil. And it's because the wolf looks just like you to the sheep. It's hard to tell the difference because you both have pointy tails and you both have those big pointy ears. A shepherd and a wolf look very similar to a sheep or to a goat, do they not? So even the goats get all pissed off at me and think that I'm some kind of wolf. They don't know. The goats don't know anything. Remember, they're the greatest of all time, huh? So they don't hear my voice either, do they? I only speak to the Lamb, brothers, sisters. That's what the word says, okay? So I didn't ask for this. I never asked to be a dog, and it's cost me dearly, but it did set me in my place. I used to shake, brother, sister. I mean, like bad. Since I was in the military, they called me Earthquake. My signature is that way. I don't know if it was something my mom took. I looked a lot into it, but when I was very young, I had a very jittery and whatever. That's made people think something was an issue, and I had to put me on Ritalin. But there was one day I was put in through hell. I mean, I was in the worst position I never thought I was in my entire life. And I was sitting alone again, or surrounded by people, this time not alone, actually left this ministry to go help somebody, and it backfired in my face. So the Father sat with me. That's when he told me, he said, "You're my dog." And I was like, "What does that mean, Father?" And it hit me, later that day. He said, "I want you to lead my sheep. You're not a sheep, and you're not, you are the sheep because you're a part of my herd, but I need a leader to lead the sheep with my word, and they'll know them by my voice. So the goats won't know, they obviously, and they're going to call you evil, and they're not going to be able to discern, but you're not be concerned about who hears my voice and who doesn't. You just keep being the shepherd and share my love. Love thy neighbor like that. And that's why we're only gospel based here. That's why we don't stray off to all this other, we don't talk about anything else in scripture. Very seldom. We talk about other things, but we stay super to the Lamb, to the wedding. That how are you going to have your name called out? If you don't speak your language, your name at that wedding, then how are you going to be called out there, brother, sister? So I'm not here to do that. Okay, just so you know. Thank you, Sister Sabrina. We do give people the wrenches, but she's right. We will number 10 socket you, but I will lead this sheep. If you will not stand up and do what I asked you to do with this Jesus Christ with the people, then I will lead this flock, period, okay? Because he's going to, you know what? Wise and faithful servant. You know what I'm going to hear? That's my dog. That's my dog. I hope that's what I hear, brothers, sisters. Whatever. I know it doesn't say that in scripture. Please take that with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to be funny here a little bit, throw a little comedy in there, but it's tough. It's been all. So when I sat there, brothers, sisters, and I knew what Father had showed me, you are my shepherd, I never shook again. My hands were never shook still, ever, 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 ever did I shake again. I've centered my life, and I knew I had purpose on this rock, and that's what I've never been. I was girded into service long before then, brother, sister, because this is the he made me to be. But if you can understand what I'm saying, I felt so had a place on this rock. Finally, I was like, oh my God, I'm such a fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm such a fool. Many are called, but few are chosen, is what the word says, right? Many are called, but few are chosen. So his shepherds will lead the flock, and you should be shepherds as well, brothers. Just be a good steward, be a good shepherd of his word, and lead the flock, please. We are all to do this. When you're not here, you need to shepherd your flock. Do you not? Hallelujah. Be the black sheep, if anything, you know what I mean? The one that stands out in the crowd, right? Like a big sore thumb, you know? Makes people tell them to sit on it and spin. Don't help people, don't want to help themselves. Only bring people to the Lamb. Do not use anything other than the gospel, and you're doing what you're supposed to. And it's going to be hell, brothers, sisters. It is going to be a freaking nightmare. I'm not going to candy coat nothing. Candy coat this Eminem Jesus. Yeah, pole smoker, Hollywood star, saying he had whatever Kim locked in the trunk. He was been in the closet the whole time. Remember? Get out of the trunk closet, Eminem. Whatever. You know what his name. Yeah, right. Mathers. It's mind over matter. Okay. I don't mind. He don't matter. So don't follow Hollywood stars, brothers, sisters. Father puts us where he wants us to be. He said if there's one single star that's out of alignment, firmament, in arrangement in the stars, right? You'll be chained next to them after death at the final trump. So imagine being chained next to a star because the time changed, and you're telling me it's 2026. You are an abomination. So stop with your peace and 2026 and your lunar worship of days and going to work. Working for anything other than yourself is an abomination. You'll go to hell. The cup of wrath will be poured out on you. You heard me right? I've been narrow in this ministry. If you work for anybody but yourself, you are going to hell. You're already there. Welcome. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll give you 1 foot in the system, 1 foot out of the system. If you still got 1 foot of the system, I hear you. But are you making 1 foot out of this? Oh, you're just all in the system, aren't you? Ain't even trying. Don't even own a Berkey water filter, filter your own water, purify your own, dig your own. Oh, you don't even have a piece of land you can dig your own well on, huh? You don't even have enough land to grow food. You grow food in your front yard and they'll fine you. Remember, grow your grass too long and they'll SWAT rage you if you don't pay the ticket. America, America, Team America. So we're only 1% of the food, right, is grown by the populace. They're ignorant pukes that don't know what they're doing. They don't have a green thumb. They stick their thumb up their ass. Remember, they're stubborn like a mule. The earth can't be moved. Remember, fertile ground. He didn't say rocks. You can kick rocks. Remember? So that's right. 34 through 39, the backbone of this ministry. He was not willing to give his life for my Shem's sake, for my Shem, for my Agape, for my testament, for my covenant of meekness, not weakness. The meek will inherit the earth. Remember, the earth is a rule. Can you rule over your flesh? Hokadesh is not flesh, that's spirit. Remember, ghost, not Casper the Friendly. Don't make friends with the world, brothers, sisters. He said, remember, if you're friends with the world, if you're loved with the world, you'll be hated by. If you're famous, remember, all famous and rich people go to hell. So easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man through the gates of heaven. That's why Trump said, I'm inventing a microscopic line of camels and I'm sparing no expense. Blasphemy! Yeah, Mr. Can't keep his hands off kids. Mr. Island Boy himself, huh? Him and Mr. Yahoo, Satan Yahoo. Yahoo! Yeah, how much you yodel. Yodeling in the valley. A delicious break from potatoes. Oh. Go listen to that song for me, Yodeling in the Valley. Thanks. That's like Mr. Global. Hey, who in here watches Mr. Global? I already told you to go to his channel. If you haven't been watching him, you have a lot of catching up to do. And it's probably not even worth it. It's not. Go watch Jim Brown instead. That'd be more or inform Christians. I'm not a Christian, just to inform you. So who watches Mr. Global in here? Put a one in the chat. Put a ball or whatever the stupid round planet doesn't have anything to do with shape. Remember Bat Soup? Back of the Hall of Justice. So talk about the Washington District Criminals. I'm a joker, baby. How about that? No, remember Giannis, 2 jokers. Well, 2 cards and a deck 52 pickup, smoke and fire. So I'm more of a, well, how about Dick Tracy? No. Yeah, people always think I'm a dick. Do you like you're such a dick? I'm like, well, you're such a little dick. Oh. Listen here, Richard. I don't do comic strips, man. So, but that's okay. Donald Trump, and do you know anything about Casey from Enter the Stars? Batman 14 karat, 24 karat magic in the air. Oh, my bad. All right, so, freaking sciatica. So, do you know who Casey from Enter the Stars is? You guys, I want you to listen up here. Donald Trump has a Batman and Superman building. I want you to look at Trump Tower. I want you to look at the top of his buildings. Go into New York. They formed the Batman and Superman logo. Okay, I just told you, Mr. Global, write that down. But now I want because Batman's in the room. Batman, are you hearing me? I want you to know what it is that you're Batman and Superman, that you can have entertainment, man. Everybody can have entertainment, whatever. Can't be all business all the time. So, yeah, you guys are young. Don't be young. You have to be matured. The number of maturity is 7, not years old. We're all eternal. So the eternal gnashing of teeth is not forever. You're already an eternity. Wake up from your stupor, your slumber. The meal between lunch and supper. Slupper. You got breakfast and lunch. You got brunch. Why don't you have slupper? All right. Well, I'm just giving you guys some word salad. Trying to give this guy some time to think about what he was saying. Ding, 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 ding. You want me to form it in the phrase of a question? I lost on Jeopardy, baby. Oh, oh my goodness. So nobody, anybody, Bueller, Mr. Global, Informed Christians, Casey from Enter the Stars. We're not supposed to go after stars. Remember, stars, Hollywood stars, or stars and stripes on a flag. That's gay. Flag it. Stop waving your flag in here. We don't like flags, colors, rags, colors. I am a knight, me a walking, psychopath talking, king of the jungle. Just hold on, I got a message. Somebody want to buy something from me? I need to take a pause for the cause. I have a couple messages. I have things on the interweb, and I have to get some money to pay for that circuit breaker. I bought the wrong one, so I got to go down and try to get. I need $700, so I got to try to. I've got a bunch of things I listed for sale. I got 2 or 3 hits, and normally Father smashes me, and sometimes nothing even gets. Yeah, the Apollo Tower's dodged. So. Can't dodge it, rabbit. He's right. Run him over. Knock him down. 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. Okay, knock him down. All right. Anyways, what about the dancing Israelis at the bottom of the towers? So, Israel's a man. So, okay, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Give me a minute. I don't know what it does. I think it does the circles thinking, 404 error. We're not going anywhere. I need to check and message a couple people. So if you want to make a donation to the ministry, now be your time. There's links in the description to Cash App or PayPal. So don't feel obligated in any way, shape, or form. Please don't donate to this ministry. If you could help yourself with a small donation, or people around you in your area would go much faster, much further, and much quicker, probably. Okay. So, but I've got a $700 bill. I'm just like you. I have bills, and my bills are for the ministry. Your bills are for some. Come here. Get rid of your bills and come here. You can come here. You can come here. Every one of you in this chat can come here. If you're part of this and you have a rent, you are welcome to come here. This is your ministry. You don't come here. I'm moving this ministry to Ecuador. So I'm not going to move the whole ministry. I'm going to do 10 of the acres and sell the homestead. We'll have to rebuild out the homestead after I'm done building one down there. So anyways, links are in the description. I'm going to take a look and see if I can, somebody wanted to look at something tomorrow. So I'm going to see if I can respond. And I saw another hit on something else that I had. So I've got things on the marketplace. If you're interested in something I have, I might be able to ship it to you. I have everything for sale out here at the ministry. So if you want to buy something too, I don't want to ask you anything for free. If you need something for your money, you got something, you want to throw at something, ask me. I might have it out here at the ministry. Who knows? I'm a man of many things just because that's what I do. So, okay, moving on. I guess got to take a minute here to respond to these people. I want to try to, I have to get this dollars together. Like I said, it's not something I want to do, but I want the ministry to have power so we can go hook up a freeze dryer so I can send you food. So you come grow food here with me. Get rid of your bills and come grow food. Get rid of your food bill. Come grow food here. There's plenty of place to grow chickens, rabbits, goats, hogs, dogs, pigs. Well, pigs, hog. Okay, anything, vegetables. Come here. Get rid of your bills. You can come here. I'm telling you, you can. Get a hold of me. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. The problem with America is nobody's growing any food. Seriously, you gave away everything to convenience, basically. You don't grow, you don't make your own power. Here, get some solar panels. Get rid of your power bill. Don't pay any taxes. Don't pay anything on that. Hey, Father, I love you a whole lot better if you don't pay taxes on your power bill. I'm going to have to for the ministry, but I'm going to try to get it tax exempt and see if we get the same thing, exemption on the power bill. So hey, I'm in here to work for the ministry. What are you doing? Go help your people around you in your little ministry, in your area, your people that are in your little circle. I know there's not many, is there? Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. Set apart. Good. It's like somebody like, who is he talking about? I got nobody who thinks like me. So, all right, much Agape, guys. Hold on a second. It's going to probably do this spinning thing here. I'll be back with you in a minute or 3. If you need to take the dog out to use the bathroom, appreciate you guys being in here. Whatever you need to do. Smoke them if you got them. If you're a cigarette smoker or whatever, please don't smoke cigarettes. Grow your own tobacco, okay? Totally different animal. So make sure you know the strain. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. So not Brownie Williams or Philip Morris either. Stop it. Okay, I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. I might have to answer them back. Somebody was about a generator I have up, and I put a mower up. So commenting on the mower. Somebody wants to come look at the generator. They're out here camping at the lake, and they want to come look tomorrow. Their generator took a crap on them, so they're out camping. So they might want to come pick it up because I got it pretty reasonably priced. It's a little Predator generator that's got the It's a 1400, 1100 series. So it's a first pull little generator. It starts well. It's a nice little generator. Should work for him. Something I bought to flip anyways. I'll probably make 50 bucks on it or something like that. So it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna probably list that other Honda generator I have here for sale too. I might offer it to him if he gets here. If he's wanting to, if he messages me back, I'll tell him I have another. But he's just out camping, so he might not need something that nice. But I have the Hondas as I told you earlier on the stream. I showed you those Hondas. I've got two. I don't need to have the other one. They're both good running machines. So that guy took good care of me. You can tell that one looks like it's nearly but very many hours on it. But, so again, I'm let's keep moving forward out here on this. I've got to go Tuesday since they don't have this ride place and go down to right down near Crater Lake at the Klamath. It's called Fort Klamath, and I got dirt in my eyes from being outside. But that's just right down from Crater Lake. I actually could go back through and pass through Crater Lake. I might get the guy to do that and pass through Crater Lake. I've never been up there. I've passed it, but not actually went up to the lake. It'd be a beautiful time to go there. It's probably be one of the best times to go to Crater Lake. And I think they're getting ready to shut off the trail down to the water. So you're not going to be able to get down to the water here pretty soon. That's one of the most beautiful places in the whole state, in the world. That's just an absolute, I can't imagine living down there in Fort Klamath. That is beautiful down there. It's in the big tall trees, in the woods. It's the Crater Lake. That's all around. That's all wooded around there. So what a beautiful spot. The energy down there is unfathomable. It's not that far from here too. I mean, it's a little bit of a drive, but it's not that far. It's probably an hour and 15 minutes or something, a little long for that from here to Fort Klamath. But man, it's such a nice drive. It's about the same it is to go to Bend, to go to Crater Lake. So man, oh man, maybe that guy will come back through. So I'm a little, like I said, this money that I'm spending, this $700, guys, I'm like bummed why he's doing this, but it's my own fault. It's not Father doing it. It's my own fault. I mean, he made me do that, but just like the money I needed to get the approval for the electric permit is like $682, right? And this box is $700. So it's like I got to buy the box instead of the permit. So I'm hoping somebody will come out here. Not hoping, it will do whatever to get, that'd be nice to sell that generator. I probably won't stay on here forever, but I need to probably try to get that other generator up online. And I have an air conditioner I want to pull out. It's going to be warm the next couple of days. So some people don't like to be cold at all. And so, or excuse me, hot at all, cold. They don't make hot at all. They're used to being temperature climate. Maybe somebody had their air conditioner and this nice little air conditioner. So I'm probably gonna have to pull that out of the back of the box trailer, the enclosed trailer that I have. It's up towards the front. So I'm gonna climb in there and probably move a few things to get in it. But this is a good day to put that up on the internet too. I got those weed whackers that I was in town and got a couple of those. So I have an extra one of those. Actually got a few of those. Yeah. So there's people who can't stand it. I mean, they will bitch when their wife does not bring them their Frappuccino, or she doesn't have her, whatever, her little treat. She'll go, and one of them is AC. She will freak out. So whatever. I don't really want to sell it to anybody like that, but whatever. It's not for me to determine who buys whatever I have to offer, but it maybe not. Maybe some older couple or something, needing a little bit of relief or something. Senior, I'll give a good deal on that. I'll probably sell it for like $150. It's like a $400. I want to keep it because it's super small. It's really small. It's actually kind of hard to find this unit. I forget what the rating. They don't really make them that small. So every once in a while, when I find one of those, I buy it. So I forget what the lower rating. So you can run it on like a generator. Is what I'm saying. It doesn't need a bigger, generator to run. You might be able to run it off of that little Honda that I have, the EU 2000 would probably run that air conditioning. It's that small, and most air conditioners can't run off. You can split them and parallel them and run an air conditioner. But so I'll give somebody a deal on it. Probably should raise it up a little more towards market price, but right now times are rough, man. Hell with the market price. Let's lower the price on everything just a little bit for everybody. You know what I'm saying? What gas is $5.39 a gallon, $5.51 a gallon. They're gonna drive out to where I'm at. I'll give them a better deal. You know what I mean? So maybe somebody will snatch it up locally. But like I said, I've got some things I want to list. So hopefully I'll get those up for sale and we'll get some things moved. Again, I got to put that cauldron up for sale. I want to take the cauldron and rub it down with some cooking oil. You know, it's been sitting outside. It'll look a lot nicer with some cooking oil all over it. So I did put this. I put this bench online. Uh, it's been online, but I listed it locally. The Sinclair bench again that I have here because we have a Sinclair gas station. So I kind of poked at the locals. Do you want to sit on this bench? You know, get a hold of Ed Staub. You know, that's the owner of the company. He's billionaire out here, and he should buy it for. They bought that dinosaurs to sit out in front of Sinclair. So if you've ever seen the Sinclair bench, you know what I mean. I don't want to sell it, but I don't give a crap, man. I don't. Any one possession out here ain't gonna be no deal breaker to me. You know what I'm saying? If it can bring, I have it listed for $3,800 right now, and I think that's a steal for it. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was a glider rocker. I might actually have somebody be able to make it into a glider rocker and keep it if it doesn't sell. Is probably what I do it. I'll probably move it into the other ministry because it's got this green in it. I'm going to do all the ministry is going to be green and tan in the ministry, the flooring and the kitchen and the going to be a lot of green in the ministry. Tans and greens over there. That's basically what we're doing. Tans and greens in the ministry. Browns, sands, tans, and greens in the ministry is what we're doing. So chocolate browns and tans and sands and greens, maybe some grays, but so that's kind of got that green. It's not a, you guys have seen it before, I'm sure, but yeah, it looks so good in that living room. It's not comfortable. It's freaking wooden or it's metal. It is actually comfortable for a metal bench. You know what I'm saying? It's not uncomfortable, but it's not like my nice cushy, leather couch here. Get to be nice and cush, smoke on the cush. So, chooch on the cush. Blow some purple circles in here. Oh. Oh man, good stuff. Well, Rick got a lot done today, man. I'm stoked. I showed you guys earlier on the stream that he got a lot done. Go ahead, Mr. Bone Bone. So, again, I'm just going to try to chip away. Please don't get up on top of me, buddy. I love you, but I can't have you laying on top of me right now. My back hurts too much. It's going crazy. It's literally pinching. I feel like somebody's poking me with a poker in the back right now. Please. I love you so much, puppy. No. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy. Yeah, no, like I said, it's awesome out. Like I said, it's awesome that with all this adversity that we can still be doing so much out here. Man, I hope some people will get to enjoy this because my ass is going about a year from now. If maybe we'll see ish. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave because it's gonna go by years. This next year is gonna go by so fast. You know what I'm saying it's gonna go by so fast because they're doing thing at breakneck speed right now. They're blackpilling everybody. You know what I'm saying? They're saying one thing and doing something else. So time is gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna cook by. So I'm gonna get 1 year older. So that year's gonna go by faster because I'm gonna be older. Please keep your paws down, you little knuckle butt. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I beg you, beg you, beg you. You panty panty. I beg you. My little snuggle bunny. My snuggle buddy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? June is a week away. Exactly. You're almost halfway done through this year. Huh. You know what I'm saying? He's my guy. He's my guy. He's my Bessie. He's my Bessie boy. Oh. He's a kind of a dad's boy, as you see. Just a little bit dad's boy. Just a little bit of dad's skin. Just a bit of dad's boy. That's biggest bone. Never this bone, 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 bone. Bone thug. He's a lover. That's why, see, Elijah, he had always thought, man, why do you have those dogs? This is why. This is why. This is why. Because he's the bestest hugger that I ever had. That doesn't get any hugs, so the only hugs I get are from my puppins. So Elijah's cheated me. He's not perfect, I've done things to him. He does, same thing. He's lied to me. He's taken things from me. Whatever. He's not a bad kid. Whatever. He's a kid. You take your parents' freaking change off their dresser. I want to hear it. So this dog's never cheated, lied, or stolen anything from me. So he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's my bessies. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Are you all done? Did you get enough love? Did you get enough love? Okay. Get all crazy. Get ants in your pants. So get ants in your pants, in your pants, in your pants. Just doing the rock and roll dance. You're a weasel. You're being a whizzle, 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 whizzle. Once you getting the weasel. From the weasel. He's got the weasel. Are you going to go get the weasel? Yeah. Oh, again, so I'm going to try to get some more stuff listed. Again, I think we'll be able to get through this next. Haven't heard back from the county and the building department, so I'm hoping to hear back from them. It's been a few weeks, so they're busy out here, though. It's this time of year, so that's why I told you I really wanted to try to do this stuff ASAP and not put off any of this stuff, so I can get it on the front side of the spring before the hot dog days of summer get here. And people are going to still do it, but it's not going to be that hot out here, I don't think. But it's different. It's the sun that's hot. It's not as that it's as hot. It's being in the sun now. It's really hard to spend extended periods of time in the sun because the sun is so bruising white now, and because of our atmosphere is burned off all the particulate over the last 3 solar cycles. It's now we're definitely seeing auroras at the equator. We're having a change in our atmosphere. So tomatoes that normally took full sun have to have some partial shade to thrive. Now they actually do better in a little bit of shade than in the full sun. So things are definitely changing, and we need to be able to adapt with these times too. We need to be able to, again, I told you, like the willow tree, be flexible, man. Don't be all rigid like the oak tree. You'll snap and break off thinking you got to have some flexibility. So that's what I mean. People, what worked for, it's like the way, they say rap natives, the people or indigenous, whatever you want to call that, we can call it whatever, but people who knew the land, they were symbiotic with the land. The symbiotic people who treated the land properly knew how to hunt rabbits. There are certain days they say that you can't do rabbits because they have I think it's months that in R they can have worms in them. They went by the season. They didn't go by that. The seasons changed. You ask most people, we'll use the word Nate, and I'm telling you, I know, and I'm saying, I know when I talk real native, because when you ask them their favorite season, they tell you they don't have a favorite season. Anybody I know, remember, how I do about the native. I don't like native. We're all here. We've been roaming around for millions of years. You want to put borders and say this is ours or that's theirs. No, it's not. Shut up. But again, semiotic people with the land, past the cycles. So, okay, it's worth repeating if you ask me, so. Oh, sorry, my Sonic is going crazy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, but we need to be flexible because the seasons change. And so when that changes, the time that a rabbit is going to have, any kind of parasites or any kind of worms or anything that are in those seasons when it's warmer seasons is what it is. So the cooler seasons are going to be the months that the rabbits don't have the, September, October, November, December, all those are months, that have that end. I think it's end. That's how they're kind of the golden rule that they, but no, they didn't do it like that because they didn't have a season like that. They didn't think like you think. They moved with the times. They moved with the land. They moved with the animals. Remember, herding and things. They didn't herd them. They followed the herds. They didn't do what you did, you know. So, or what you were told. You know, you've been told the wrong thing about the indigenous people of this land were moving around. So if you think about it, I'm 100% right. They didn't set up shop. They moved. They were nomads. They were wanderers. And that's what made them such badasses. Freaking right. They knew how to go move to different places. And if the things dried up, they'd move around. They didn't use up the things either. Like I said, symbiotic. They knew how to burn lands and use back burning and slashing to grow more food, better food with the land too. So they've been burning the land for thousands of years. The indigenous people did it. Forest management, things like this were done by the native people, if you want to call them that. Remember, I hate that term. It's stupid. No, they didn't. They moved around. They were not native. Well, the thing that made them so different is they moved. Vikings did it. Remember, they moved. There were nomads. They moved the seas. There was a lot of, see, this is, people are just, the whole idea of setting up borders is the wrong idea, brothers and sisters. We should never have done that. If we move around, we'll always have the resources. That's why you're supposed to let the land lie fallow and rest on the seventh day, you stupid idiots. Shut up. You know what you're talking about. Get out of here. Leave my chat and don't ever come back. No, you can when the light comes on. Remember, it's an adult-only stream. But see, Sabrina, you see how old I am? Sabrina, I am an Inuit. I am a native. I am a Batskin. I am all these things. I have been wandering this freaking land for millions of years. I'm trying to tell you the way it's always been. There's always been white man, if you want to call that. You don't need to do that, but set up shop in kingdoms. Because I don't like that term. You know what I'm saying, though. That's what he does. He wants to set up stores and grains and do all that. No, that's not a nomadic lifestyle. And being able to travel. This is what this ministry is pushing, right? Go back to the woods, be able to go into the woods and not collect, polyp mushrooms and different kinds of shiitake and chanterelle and, use how be able to microdose properly and not, and so what if you wanted to find a little wacky one and, to do that at the end of the day? Because hell, you've been chasing around. You got lots of, store for the time and you can move on later down the road, but you're safe. You're in an area. Remember, not safe, but whatever. You don't even have any of that. You can't even go set a freaking basic fall trap. Like Phil said earlier, you don't even know how to tie 2 freaking knots. You barely know how to tie your shoes, let alone a second knot. Not a slip knot, not a noose, remember? How about, how to fasten cordons and make a whip? Okay, there we go. That's what people do. Follow society. Outstanding. Thank you, Father, for sending me Sister Sabrina, because she's a naturalist and not like big old flippy freaking hair coming out the bottom of her arms and Birkenstocks acting like she's spiritual Bergen Naga Chomp or sandalwood, right? Oh, I'm a naturalist. Going back to her ways of old, the ways of always work we've been doing for millions of years on this rock, following the herds, following the sun, following the cycle, not pagans. So remember, Father didn't want us to do it way back then. He don't want us to do it now. So don't stick meat on a skewer and, people on a skewer. And no, never. That's Catholics. They would skewer people. They did. They were savages. Inquisitions. So that's what they came here in America and did, remember? So got rid of anybody who went after pole gods or, it is what it is. That's just the way it is. But anyways, back to the land. That's not ours. We don't own the land. And to say this is your land and my land was made for you and me as my left testes. 1, 2, right, 3, or no, right. 3. Get out of here with your 3-ball pocket Jesus. Your pocket pool of Jesus, remember here, Android. So anyways, again, you might not have this skill set, brothers, sisters, but that's what the man that have passed and woman had that we don't have. You have drive-throughs, Dutch Brothers, Piggly Wigglies, CEOs, more buildings. It's the same thing. It's like Babylon again. You have it's like Rome. We went right back to the, blending and genetically modifying. It's the same thing. So you better purify yourself. He said that. Purify yourself as he purified himself. That's what he said of the world. So that's going back to the holistic ways and knowing when rabbits are able to eat. And you don't sit there and follow what man says. You can follow the cycle because you don't follow society. Hallelujah. Thank you, Sister Sabrina, for that. That was beautiful. Thank you for your testimony in here. We need to be like that, guys. If we were all like that, we wouldn't have tall buildings and everybody would be fed, wouldn't they? And nobody be fighting over this is my spot or my spot, would they? There's my two witnesses. Stand on the X for me, okay? Wait for the Acme Anvil. Roadrunner. Get it? Oh. That's what pisses me off is the children that are starving. The hell with the adults. They have whatever, a bunch of maggots. I wish they were like bullies, Nephilim. They just dry up if everybody left them alone if you don't water it, right? So, but what about these children, man? Children need like animals, animal husbandry. They need taken care of, like the woods need taken care of. I was talking about the people who were indigenous, well, whatever name you want to call them. Remember, I just don't have a name. I don't like any of that crap. So, but they were good stewards of the land. I've constantly said that. You might not like that they were pagan, but they took a lot better care of the land than white man. And I'm telling you why. Okay, so, and I'm not beating around the bush. Remember, he said, don't hide that light in the bush. Don't hide, share it. So that's what we're in here doing. So not burning totem gods and pagan gods and fire gods and tree gods and gods of Moloch and fish gods and Dagon and Marduk and all this. Stop it. Your imagery is killing your spirituality. You know what I'm saying? It is. He warned of you, idolatry and imagery. Things you see of the dirt, the things you serve of the dirt, and the things you images. That all came from the dirt too. So stop serving what you see and serve the word. And the word would put you more in a holistic, symbiotic relationship with the rock. And you'd be more concerned not about having a tall building, but having stores so you can have extras for other people in abundance and learning a skill set so we wouldn't rape the land like we do. Move out all the the wildlife so we can build cities and solar farms and wind turbines and all this other crap that we build, parking garages. And shut up, man. Father hates all that. Father hates cities. I've tried to tell you this ministry a million times, it feels like. Maybe not, but 1,000 times. Get out of the city. I hate the fact that you live in a city. If you live in a city, you are feeding the system. You are not independent and you are the beast. You don't like it? So what? Step 1 foot out of the system. Give one unto Caesar. What is to Caesar? And give unto the master. He said you can't serve two. So he knows you're going to have to be in the system, but are you even trying to get out? No, most people aren't. So that's why I don't like none of these border cities. None of it doesn't do anything for Father. It doesn't get you. That's pride. Remember, try to keep up with the Joneses. So there you go. One upon another. He fulfilled. He said that no stone will be left upon another under this testament. So Father hates cities. That's why Broadway, all the big cities got a Martin Luther King or a Broadway, right? That leads to the wide gate, right? Which leads to hell. Father hates cities. Narrow. They start out in the city, but you got to go to the country and find your exit out of the city. Narrow is the way. All country roads are narrow, right? They start out broad and go to the big clover leaf and find your way to that little 1-2 lane road, right? Hallelujah. Father loves the country where people grow their food. Yes, he does. People are playing out in the woods and with sticks instead of playing with iPhones and pads. Children at 2 years old, they can do the phone swipe and they don't even know how to gather no berries. At 2 years old, the child should start learning how to gather something, don't you think? Those who don't work don't eat. Yeah, that's how it works. So cities are okay for people. It's like Babylon. I'm not saying don't go there and get your supplies. Keep one unto Caesar is to Caesar. Put one in the fist, sit in this 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. But don't live there. I would never live in this. Keep gaming the living piss out of the city. The casinos are in the city normally too, right? So, but I'm not telling you to gamble, brother, sister. I'm just playing some word salad on you. So toss that one in. So, but either way, again, what I'm trying to explain to you is that convenience that you have, you're going to suffer later because you don't have your own solar system. So, wind power. You have bills and you have big bills. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have bills. That's all. You live in a big house, you have big bills, big credits, but you live on credit. You miss one house payment and your house will get taken from you because they will not refinance your house. See, you just live on credit. You don't actually own anything. That's a lot of people who live in the cities. Not very much of that is owned. It's owned by the banksters, BlackRock, Halliburton, all these big, you know, corporations that put in, selected the Fortune 500 companies, Mr. Warp Speed. So that's why Israel, they're building that. Look at what they're doing in Israel. They already built that same building that same building they're building out of the White House. They already built in Israel. So you just don't know anything about Israel. You think Israel is a country, but Israel is a man, not a country. So his name was Jacob. If you use the letter J, but there was no J, so we won't use that. It's not name, it's Shem. So there were really no vowels. So in Hebrew, I just speak this dialect, this gloss of this Psycho-Babylonian that you guys speak, so you will understand me. Or maybe you will overstand. No, you won't. You think you'll understand me, and that's okay. You're not below me. So don't blow me. Don't get below me. Remember, don't blow me. I don't get off your knees. So nobody's below anybody. Nobody's be less in here. Everybody's abundant, bounty, and more. Remember, abundance, overflowing. So that's what we have here. We can't share enough. It's a mind-numbing experience knowing that you have abundance and nobody wants it. But yeah, he said don't give them fruit. Remember, well, food, whatever you want to, fish, and then give them a fishing pole. It don't matter. Whatever. Teach them how to pick some berries. Remember, I said that Chillite should be down there 2 years old, starting to learn how to gather something. Right? No, we're just going to keep him on the iPad, and then we're going to get him on an electric motorcycle, and next thing you know, he'll be on his way at 18 years old. We'll kick him out of the house, and we'll never try to put together families like they used to stay together and have kingdoms and royalties and went fought up for rights of land. And, no, let's not do that. No. You should be on the move. You should have the wings of an angel. But, you should do that as a team. Remember, a family takes a community, a tribe. You can't spell community without you or I. So I'm here all by myself. All by myself. Don't want to be. Oh, a little Celine Dion there for you. Whatever. Or I lean back here. I'm going to have to get up and make some food here. What am I going to make to eat today here? I bought some burger. I made some burgers for breakfast. I made an extra one last night. Made another one. So I could have burgers again. I could eat burgers every day. I could eat burgers every day. Thank you, Father. We have a grip load of work done out here on the ministry, guys. So much work is being done. So graceful and thankful for Father to give the ability to provide for this ministry. So I can still be here because I got to build the ark, be here by myself. That's okay. But I still got to have a roof over my head and feel like this body serves some purpose. So thank you for being the body here online and supporting what I do here at this ministry. So, yeah, there's a bunch of things I can cook with hamburger, but I'll come up with something different. My brain is, I've been a cook for, I've worked in the restaurant industry for so long. I've got a freaking cookbook, 4x6 card in my head. That's insane. But it's like, well, do I want to go through all of that and cook all that? And so remember, I'm a scratch cook, and I cook 99% everything I do is from scratch. Try to, the ingredients might not be the best on everything, but I try not to eat the processed things, buy anything in a box, bag, or can if I can help it. Dude, oh my God, guys, I ate a can of soup. Whatever, I went over to the food bank, got some food, where it was, I get the rice and beans. I'm going to feed other people with some of this stuff. Dog shit. Oh my gosh, that's crap. That's disgusting. You guys, this is freaking disgusting. I haven't eaten this in so long. Whatever, it is what it is. I'm a scratch cook. I haven't eaten this in so long. This is freaking disgusting. I cannot even stomach just the flavor. I don't care even, like, when I took a bite of that meat, dude, I was like, dude, I'm eating people, dude. I know that's not meat. I know what meat, you know what I'm saying? That's not meat. The texture was wrong. I'm like, dude, I'm going to eat a person if I eat this. Dude, the whole flavor, everything always tastes the same too. You know what I'm saying? All the vegetables taste, it has that one flavor. That is freaking disgusting. This shit is toxic. This is disgusting. I cannot believe I ever ate any of this crap. I'm like, oh, there was something wrong with it. No, that's exactly how it tastes. You know, it's just. You know what I'm saying? I tried, Sabrina. I tried. I'm like, just eat it, dude. It's something. It's food. It's substance. Don't. It's good that I said, don't have a bias. Because before I ate it, I was like, dude, I don't know if I want to eat this or not. I don't try to eat anything. I'll eat some things out of a can, obviously, but not this whole process like beans or something, black beans or pinto beans or vegetables or something like that. I don't do like anything out of a can that's a processed anything, really. Just don't. It's just, but I tried this and it's disgusting, guys. And if you like it and your mouth likes it, don't let me tell you, you might like the taste of a dick in your mouth. I don't even want to try it. Okay. Not ever even one bite. You keep that sausage to yourself over there. Whatever. They eat cow dick. I want to hear it. So. Yes, that's the thing too, Sabrina. I remember, thank you. This used to have some flavor, guys. Thank you. That's where I was getting to. This used to have flavor. This had flavor and the texture was a little bit different. I remember when that used to string apart, that piece of beef. Now it's like that buffet beef, the beef that's all spongy and, yeah, right. That ain't never been, that's not beef. See, that's printed. There you go. Scott's got what I'm saying, guys. There's no flavor in here anymore. Guys, it used to have, Sabrina's right. This used to can. I had this. It was good. It was like, oh, the vegetables had a little flavor. This was different. The carrots were still different. All the texture seems very similar too on everything. And the whole thing, everything tastes the same. Everything in this damn can, it tastes the same. There's no distinguish. The texture is not very much either. And the whole over flavor. So, but if you like it, I'm not telling you don't eat it, okay? If you can still get it down and you're fine with it, because in a pinch, I would eat it. But I just said, well, I'm just going to try it. I haven't tried it in a while. We talked about being a scratch cook. That's most thing. And I tried this and I would never eat it again. I gave it to the chickens. It's 3D stew. Dude, it was disgusting, guys. If you want to eat it, that's up to you. But I cannot believe I ever even ate this. But let's go back to what Sabrina said. It used to be quite different, guys. Remember, we were talking about bending with the winds of time and how things change. And so obviously what's in this can is not what was in 2 all beef patties, special sauce, pickles, cheese on a sesame seed. 2 all beef patties, my ass. Get away from me. There's not enough beef, member, for the McDonald's herd to put the beef in this can. Correct? So, guys, wow. It's so unbelievable that, again, I bet you, though, that would be it, guys. That's what's crazy. I bet you if you had a can from the 90s, I don't know if it had that liner. Canned food used to last a lot longer, too. This is the thing that sucks, too. Most people who think preparedness, brothers, sisters, a lot of the time, this is what they put up. Or some macaroni, and that's fine. The macaroni's fine, and the potatoes are fine. The dried potatoes are fine. But this is what they put away because this is their, it's top ramen and teepee. Remember, that's the America's survival apocalypse packet. Is this top ramen and teepee? Oh, we're gonna wipe our ass. We got something to eat. We're good, honey. We're gonna make it to the end of the world, right? That's the American apocalypse kit. Okay, just so you know, pass that on. Top ramen and teepee. Isn't that great? The 2 T's. Yeah, titties. That's what they like. TT. Get it? TT. So, okay. Hey, put it down. Write it down. The American Survival Apocalypse Survival Kit. It's top ramen and teepee because you like the TT so much. So, okay. Anyways, but this in the 90s, probably soup used to last a long time. Cans had a lot of shelf life on them if you kept them in a stable, not hot or cold. One time, one season, this stuff in this can gets hot or cold, the vegetables turn to mush. They turn to mush. Something I don't even think I give to the chickens. It doesn't even, I don't think it'd have any substance value of let stuff that's gotten more almost frozen or gotten hot, not hot enough to cook. You know what I'm saying? It too, it is. They do. What I'm saying it is. It's hilarious. It's funny they don't even use TP in a lot of countries. They use bidets. I think people who use toilet paper is wasteful. So, anyways, that looks like a piece of meat. But I'm telling you, it's not. The vegetables were horrible. The texture was wrong. The flavor of everything tasted exactly the same. There was no different in this flavor taste. And I know stews together, so it's going to have a stewed flavor. That's what stew is. It all comes together. But it just was disgusting, man. I just was like, I tried one bite. I was like, no, it's just me. You shouldn't have thought like that. It's not that bad. And I tried the second bite, I tried to buy that meat. I was like, oh, dude, that's people. I'm not going to eat that. Spit it in the can, and said, give that to the chickens. So it's unbelievable, guys, what we have grown accustomed to, just accepting that's food, and it's not. Food is done from scratch, brothers, sisters. Remember, fast food is not good, and good food is not fast. It's going to take a minute to cook it. Remember, you're going to have to go through your grandma's cookbook and pull out the recipes and that 4x6 card and get out of your box. Man, that's probably one of the most valuable things you could ever own is your grandma's cookbook. That 4x6 recipe box of recipes, man. That freaking thing is golden. Anytime I see one of those at the garage sale, I want to buy every one of them, man. I could hoard those things. I could have a hoard, a stack. I could have so many of those grandpas. Some of the best recipes are in those books, guys. In the old ways, they'd make a lot of notes. People were very good at attention to detail back then about the little things, you know what I'm saying? So, fix your mobile. Fix my mobile. Make some power, Layla. Make some power. Become empowered. Stop sitting there and worrying about what you see. Listen to what I'm telling you. So, but you probably have a deaf ear, so you can't hear now, can you? Nope, you're out of here. No birthday next year. No, we're not here. We don't do birthdays. Not literally. So. This stuff is garbage. Look at it. It's upside down. This is totally garbage. This is what I think of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking pour it out. I don't know if I'd even feed this to a pig. Pigs uptake anything in 4 hours into their meat. So you'd be eating that if you fed that to a pig in 4 hours. That's why we don't eat pigs. A cow has an uptake for 4 stomachs. So it's going to filter all that out. That's why anything that with the split hoof and chews the cud, right? We don't eat things that eat other animals or poop or dead things. So, yeah, I just can't believe how long it's been since I've had a can of stew. I mean, stew is my favorite thing, you know what I'm saying? And like this, the sirloin steak or the burger. The burger used to be horrible, but what I used to stomach it. This has the same texture as the burger now. You know what I'm saying? This meat is the same texture as the burger, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. This used to flake apart like beef. I think obviously that one time this was beef, but not now. Now it's 3D printed. Never had a heartbeat or a bone in it. So that's why we don't eat pork, brothers, sisters. So, you can eat pork, but I'm just telling you, it has parasites. It's a low energy meat. This ministry is going to tell you that it's not what goes in a man or a woman. It's what comes out of the people. So you're not going to get to heaven because you want to eat pepperoni. Just don't eat tassel pepperoni Jesus and you'll be okay. Okay, but anyways, I have to do the little stupid spinning thing. Can you see? Is that making your eyes spin like the snake? That's what with the tassel Jesus, right? But anyways, you can eat pig, but I'm telling you, whatever it eats, that's going to go into your body. So we came up with that one night, the pepperoni Jesus. Well, the pasties, right? The pepperoni pasty Jesus. So with the tassels. With the tassels on the pasties, and then they started spinning around. So remember the whole thing they did the booby Jesus on Trump did it. He did the booby Jesus. He did it with remember the Red Cross Jesus. Did you watch the meme? He put that out with him at the 3. There was the Baphomet behind him with the 3 horns, and then the 2 soldiers representing the 3. The Messiah with their Antichrist and the 2 thieves that hung next to him. The booby Jesus. That's where we get the pepperoni Jesus. Stripper Jesus. going around the halo pole, right? Like the ring around Halo. Halo. Hello. So, all right. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, but pork, again, the diet is, we've discussed it in here, why the dietary laws and why Father wanted his. Look, think about this. Don't even go there, brothers, sisters. Watch. Father only let his bride eat, remember, the heavens, Aaron and Levite, focus, concentrate, orange juice. Okay, no. He only loved his bride, remember? And he made them, he said, you can't eat pork if it doesn't chew the cud and split hoof, if it's scaleless, because that's a bottom feeder, like any fish that's normally got a white belly, like a catfish, or they eat crap up off the bottom of the lake, the bottom of the ocean, the bottom of the river. They're a poop eater. They'll eat dead things because they're a scavenger. Father doesn't really want us to eat scavengers, right? Anything that's going to eat too. Now, we be careful with the birds that we eat too, right? Because he doesn't want us to eat an animal that eats another animal, because that animal eats poop or death. So think about what I'm about to tell you. If you didn't do that, your body would be a lot healthier. I guarantee every one of us, if we would have never eaten the crap that we've eaten and we ate more like Noah, we might live to be 900 years old, huh? Well, how did they live so long? They didn't eat the crap we're eating today. I can tell you that. They didn't have a QR label that hid genetically modified foods and a QR code to scan it with their iPhone. So, nice. Yeah, skin. That's like new skin, basically. So, good stuff, Scott. That works just good. I've heard people talk about that before. That's a good way to graft potatoes and tomatoes together. So, but okay. Anyways, again, here's that. Well, you got it. I don't need to beat it into the ground, but you are what you eat, brothers, sisters. Think about it. He said, Aaron, Levite, don't eat dead things, don't eat things that eat dead things, and don't eat things that eat poop. That's the dietary laws. But he didn't care what the Gentiles ate, because he wanted them to live, and he didn't care if they died. He didn't care if they ate what they ate, so he didn't care at all. So go ahead and just keep eating your crap. It ain't no different. What's changed? Think about what I just told you. I hope that smacks you upside the head with a can, not a twisted tea. Get it? That was awesome. Thank you, Father. Man, we do some pretty off the chain stuff in here. Father does it. I don't do it. Talk to Father. Take it up with the messenger, right? The King. So, hallelujah. So, does that? Okay. Did anybody get what I was telling you? Father did not want his bride to eat anything. He divorced them if they did this. If they didn't eat to the food that he told them, don't eat pork, choose the cud. If it's a split hoof, it has to chew the cud, remember? Because there's animals that have a split hoof. What has a split hoof and doesn't chew the cud? There's certain animals that don't have that stomach. That's part of that stomach that I was telling you as well. There's a reason why he designed us to be a certain way. Cows have certain, these animals that uptake plants. We talked about this the other day on the live stream of uptake. You can't just pick up rocks and eat rocks. Your body's not going to absorb unless it's absorbed through plant-based animals. Then your body will uptake it, because that's how you do it. There's so many vitamins and minerals sold on the market that are not plant-based, and your body won't absorb them. Minimal amounts. So, Father did not want us to eat things that would eat other animals or eat death. Think of what I'm saying. All the lower level foods. Now we know why they're lower level. Oh, bottom feeders. All the thing that eats stuff that dies and falls on the ground. Low energy. Okay. So think about what I just told you. Father cared about his bride because he didn't want him to eat that, right? So did he care about the Gentiles? Did it matter what the Gentiles ate? Did Father care what the Gentiles ate? If you were not related to the high priest of Aaron, the Levitical high priest of the tribe of Levite, remember the dietary laws? So did he, that's what I'm saying? So he doesn't care. You see why Father is allowing this to be in your supermarkets, brothers, sisters, and all your stores? He don't care if you eat this. You think he loves you if you eat this crap? Oh, you're being so judgmental, Pastor. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do, brothers, sisters. If I've not tried to press you to grow your own food in here over and over, Scott's made his channel about his garden, and I'm thinking he's growing other stuff, and, he's kind of scheduled around growing things, that's he does games. You can't be all business all the time. Go watch his channel. If you're not subscribed to Scott, go see Scott, Stoner Connection. I think that's I don't like the 420 at the end of his name, but that's all right. He probably had that before he came into the understanding of what that was. We all grow up, brothers, sisters. We all start out in the broad way that leads to the narrow path. I'm not some kind of perfect saint here. Remember, saint's the word servant, so just trying to help you serve. So Father didn't love the Gentiles. He didn't care. You see why 99% of this is goy slop and Father hates cities? Keep going to your cities. Keep buying your goy slop. Keep living in the cities and telling yourself that Father's okay with that because Father loves everybody. Father hates chunky canned sirloin steak and vegetable crap. You're telling me Father likes this can of soup right here? You tell me Father likes this soup right here. Oh, man, you're being a little overzealous there, buddy. No, I'm not. Why do we act the way this? This is why we let pedophiles run our country, because everybody's running around eating the chunky canned soup. Baby Ruth, remember? Chunk. You too much watching the Goonies, you goon. Freaking fool. You're being fooled to think that this is food. This is poison, and I don't care. Just keep eating it. Just don't subscribe to this channel if you ain't even try to unsubscribe. Try to start growing something, like I said. Hell, even if you put something in here and watered it down with some fresh vegetables, you might get something out of it. Oh, honey, yes, we did. We grow some of our own potatoes. Let's put some potatoes in there. Boy, those potatoes are sure different than what's in that can. Imagine that if you actually made some potatoes, huh? Not dragons. Whoa, bully pain. All right. You made some actual potatoes and you put them in there next to this. Do you think they'd be different? You think you could tell the difference? How about some real meat next to this little flubby, little floppy cock, whatever this nonsense they want to call that is? Disgusting. And people think this is okay. So you see why, Father, this is a city food. This is the goy slop that they feed you because they know you're going to buy this and you're going to kill yourself and they don't even need to spend any bullets on your dumbass. It's efficient. It's called a silent weapon. It's called chunky soup in a can. Silent, huh? Silent killer. Keep eating this shit and keep telling yourself that Father loves you and that it's okay. So there you go. Go out of your way. There's still things in a can, brothers, sisters, that are not, but stop buying the big company. Go back to some of that smaller. Flip your label around. Flip your label around. There's ways to, already showed you guys that the Mormons, they have a higher protein in their canned food than any other food that you can buy on the market because they don't process their food. The Mormons don't process. They say put away food. They have their Joe or whatever John Smith nonsense, but whatever, they still put up stores. The Mormon church does that and they don't process their food. So they have more protein in a can of, go look, find a can of stew from like their high desert. They have different brand names for their company, but you can get access to those and look how much protein is in a can of stew, in a can of Mormon stew, as opposed to what you can get from the grocery store. Not even anywhere close. Like twice as much protein in a can of stew because they don't process their food like we do, through the markets and all this crap. It's just slop. There's no food in that can. It's not food. That's what I'm telling you. So keep telling yourself, when you live in a city and you subject it where you cannot get access to decent foods, this is why, again, I had to talk with somebody. The most heavy population, the overweight, is the poorest because they don't eat fresh vegetables. They eat out of box, bag, and can. TV dinners and microwave food. That's why they're overweight. Thyroid's all messed up, and you first gain around the midsection. You're holding weight around your midsection. You want to get rid of that? Attack your thyroid. You're not even probably uptaking iodine and properly. Only way to do that is through the ocean. Old salt water, like Himalayan or, that's, but people they lack there too. Wonder why they feel like dog crap, Just get a message. I'm a message. We got a message. Oh crap! My plan expires today. Oh no! Well, the bank's closed. Oh crap! Uh-oh! Oh, we have enough money in the bank. We might lose the stream for a couple days, guys. It's not already. Holy crap! You just said that, Sabrina, didn't you? Man, I just got a stabbing pain in my freaking head. Hey, somebody hit me up on the bench, guys. Hold on. This guy hit me up on the bench. So give me a minute. Hit me up on the bench for some precious metals. So give me a second. All right. Hey, appreciate it. The bench sitting over here, the Sinclair bench, wanting to potentially trade some precious metals. So we'll see. He didn't give any description or any on what it was. So I'm thinking it's probably gold because this bench, I'm not asking, it's not silver, prices for what he offered. So maybe it is some gold. That'd be cool. Flip it over and turn that and get rid of it and turn it into something else here for the ministry. Heck yeah. So come on, Father. I'm telling you, it'd take me an act of Congress to get that bench out of here. It would. I have to move everything. I'd have to move everything on this side of which needs to anyway, so to speak. So, man, I wish I had a helper out here do something like that. Man, I need a hand to, moving stuff out by yourself. Big long. It's like, imagine moving this couch in here. This is a big moving couch with a flipper. It's got vibrators, all kinds of different heater and all that. It's heavier and all. So, there's an animal to get in here. So, but we'll see what this guy says. That'd be cool. Some coins for the bench. It's an awesome bench. I hope I would never want to get rid of it. There's one off. It's a one-off bench like me. Ain't another one like me. So it's a neat piece. It's so unique. So I'd love to see somebody get some enjoyment out of it. I mean, it sits in here in the cabin, and it would make a great piece for the ministry over there or whatever. But I'd rather cash that out and put it towards, that would finish me up out here. That would give me enough money to finish everything I need. I never have to talk anything about, like I said, the ministry about, hey, I've got this going or I got this going. I just pay the damn thing and not even probably say anything about it. So, because I've still got a lot of work to do. I mean, I really do. As much as I don't think to, I still there's a lot of work to do on the house, and I still have, the septic takes 875 or something. It's 5 something for the. What was he saying? He said he sent me some pictures. So cool. Like I said, gold's kind of going down right now. It's gold and silver are taking a pretty big hit. So some people know that, and gold is really high right now. It's at a good price to get rid of it. If somebody had bought it at $300, $1,200, $2,000, $3,000, it's up at almost $5,000 again. So this might not be a bad person. They can, do pretty well on this. So these are probably, I bet you they're half-ounce pieces or something like that, because he offered 4 coins. Yeah, to me, it's just trading. That's how I consider things. I take possession sometimes. See, I don't look at money sometimes like people look at money. You guys look at, and I don't mean to go there. You guys look at money a different way than I do. I don't look at money. I look at it as a trade item. I don't really spend money. I still consider it a trade. I'm trading this money for this asset, so I get into this asset and trade that into for more money or more silver or another asset. Or see, I use it as a trade item. You spend it. I don't normally spend it. I use it in trade, but it's a little different because I work a whole different way than most people do when I have money. It's sometimes that's how I can accomplish so much thing, and just look at the money that's been spent in the last year at this ministry. I don't have a job. I don't get veterans benefits. I don't get disability. I don't get anything. I have zero income coming in, zero. But this is how I work. So when I come into money like this, I would probably go, oh, I need to trade that back out. I wouldn't do that. I would probably hold one coin and sell the rest. Never sell the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Hold that because that could go up and take my profit out of that and move up. Put that and try to split that into 2 or 3 other assets that I could fix up. Remember? I'm going to cop 100 of them, right? 50. Get 100 off each one. Repeat that 10 times. I'll be done, right? Chip away, chip away, chip away, chip away. Next thing you know, big old chunk, stack commas in the safe. So, but we'll see. I just work differently again. So I hate dollars. I actually, for the sense that it's not an asset. I can lose on that in a sense. It could go up, it could go down. I have an asset. I know it holds value a lot better for the assets that I'm working in. You know what I'm saying? Or I get into an asset where I can make that asset worth more. Buy something at a lower price, fix it, do something, move it up in price towards market value. Take your small or monetary gain and move it into something else and keep moving up. It's like the little paperclip trade. You ever see somebody, I'm going to start out with a paperclip, I'm going to trade it for the pen for the, for the little watch, the watch for the, and they just keep moving you up. That's how I continue. I started out with $250 and I turned that into, oh no, it was $500. My bad. I turned $500. I bought a motorcycle. I put money in that motorcycle. I turned the motorcycle into a truck. Turn that truck into an ounce and a half, an ounce and a half of gold. An ounce and a half of gold that I had to spend for the attorney. Remember, I got like $2,900 for that ounce instead of. But I started out with $500. I put another couple $100 in it. I know about $400 or $500 into that bike. But then I worked up and ended up getting, almost $4,000 out of something. I had to work my way up and added, and it took me a while to fix the bike, and so it didn't happen overnight. Things don't. But that's why I always try to keep these other assets that I have, around. It's like that cauldron. I'm hoping to make a few bucks on the cauldron. I need to come up like that. I spent a little, sometimes I spend a little more than I want, but it's for the right item. That cauldron is a. There are other cauldrons that are similar, but that actually lays stamped with number 15 on the bottom. That came out of a railroad, came out of a train car. They used it for, can't remember. I get the rest of the history on it. I jotted some stuff down, and but that would be things like that where I can get in and then get the history on something too. That's going to give me a better price on something. So that's how I work. That's how I accomplish things, So I apologize that I just forgot my phone bills today. I forgot how fast the time is, so I hope I get enough money. So if the ministry goes off tonight, because it'll go off tonight, it won't go off now. I'll have it back up on Tuesday because the bank's closed on Monday. So we might have to take a short recess at the ministry. So the bank's not open on Saturday. Well, my bank's not. They don't even have an ATM. It's a small credit union. So yeah, I know that there was some money in there, guys, from the AdSense, but that my insurance got taken out. So everything's paid up for the month after this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any bills due until like 15th and then beyond next month. So I've already paid the other land payment. That's due before the 14th. So that's already been taken care of. So we'll figure it out. But I just amazed how fast the time has gone. It's been 8 days. They've SWAT raided this house 2 years ago. 8 days from today. It's been 2 years since I've seen my son or talked to him or talked to my daughter. This has been a pretty grueling 2 years. I hope these next 2 years aren't anything like this. This has been the hardest 2 years of my entire life, man. It has. I have absolutely been put through some serious mind It's still, I'm still getting menaced daily. Remember, so thank you, Father, for the pain. Thank you for the pleasure. Thank you for all things. So it's hard to fathom that, January. Remember, I got out of jail in December. You guys remember what day I got out of jail? December. Remember, my dad died on the 23rd. I was in jail on that day. 12/23. That powerful number, right to 23. So they let me out the day before Christmas Eve. Right, I'd have to spend Christmas in jail, but I have to listen to that whole nonsense. So holy crap, man! It's already been 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been out of jail. So it seems like it's been a little time, but see, I spent 6 months. It's been a long 6 months, I tell you. But thank you, Father. Yeah, no, we've talked about it a little bit in the past, Serena. I think we've had a mention. We've had some. We broke some bread on that conversation in the past. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Appreciate much agape. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna get up and make. I think I'm gonna make some. I think I'm gonna make some kind of stew or something. I have. I do have some canned vegetables, and I do eat some peas or whatever. I like peas out of a can. Maybe I've got some burger, and so I think I might wrap this one up and maybe throw a couple more things on the internet so I can try to get these other expenses that I need to get paid to get through this next run that we got. Next to the septic. Once we get through this electric, I got to get to the septic, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll have to prepare the pad. But I don't think that's going to, be grueling. Like I said, we've covered so much already. So I think we can have a little bit of time. If they take as much time as they take on this to do the septic, I probably might be in the septic in for 6 months, guys. That sucks, but it is what it is. I'm at the leisure of the building department, inspectors, all those other things. So that's why I want to make sure if something comes up and a bill comes due, I get it paid right away. I'm saying, like I did with the electric bill, to put all the install and the engineering and all that was, I tried to pay it the same day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to wait on it. So I like to check these boxes off. I'm one of those people like done, 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 done. Man, I'm getting stuff done. So, but I'm not making I didn't make a whiteboard. So I talked to you about that before. Dad's breaking out the whiteboard. Stuff's about ready to get crazy in life because, man, when I start knocking off checks, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to get that check knocked off. I just want that thing off my list. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys being in here with me, and I was really thinking about this too before I came in here, brothers, sisters. I really was. Every second I spend in here is way more valuable than any possession I own, anything I've ever had, and anything I ever will own. These moments that I spend here with you guys is the most treasured thing I have I was looking at it because I have so much, so much. Remember, I have so much. It's like I can't share, but I was like, you know what I treasure more than anything on this rock is the fellowship of this ministry. It's just worth more than anything. So don't ever think again that if I come in here like, oh, I wasted my time. And I've told you that before, but I'm really, Father just hit me hard again before I came in here and said, it's not in vain. Go share the word. Go do what it is that I need you to do. Just keep going and keep these people in the narrow way. Keep sharing the word with them. They'll listen to you because I'll make them. They won't hear you if I don't want them to. So just keep doing what I tell you to do and keep sharing the light. So I appreciate that, brothers, sisters. The most valuable thing that I have, I already told you, is time. And the time I spend here is just not at all. I look around, like I said, it's like, oh, I got to get this done. Oh, I got to get that. No, I don't. I don't care if I ever do another thing on this rock. I really don't. Other than share the agape, I don't care if I do anything. It doesn't have any value with me. There's a lot being done. I know we're talking about these things, you know what I'm saying, but I don't find any value in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I find in this time that's spent here. So I want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? The little things that we've talked about the past, the things that we cover in the future, things it's just I'm not a forgetful person. I know my son, he would not very much to forgive, but you know, little things. I already told you. So a lot of little things, like what Sabrina said earlier. I listen to people and appreciate what I get in here because I don't have it outside of this ministry. And it's kind of a sad life that I have to come in here, but it's not. It's not the end of the world. I already told you again. I think it's beautiful in many sense that it's a wedding, rehearsal, and that many of us are never going to see each other on this rock, but that's the way it's meant to be. But we'll all be together in the end at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? At the end of this cycle, where we'll all be together, and that's more valuable than anything here. This is what I gain when I come here. Things that I don't gain on this rock. See what I'm saying? So there's nothing on this rock to me that any word holds any kind of value to the time that's spent here. And Father edified me when I came in here. He said, your time is all has purpose. There's no time you spend in vain in there because I make you do it. So don't feel like you need to get anything done around here. Look around. You have so much already done. I did it when I left the property yesterday. I walked back. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible how much has been accomplished over, with some really serious adverse times, still was able to accomplish Father's work. Hallelujah. Still able to build the ark. You know what I'm saying? That's just beautiful. So all the scoffers, all the people who do not love this ministry, it's okay. We're not here to try to make friends with you. There's a body of that Father has put here together, and man, coming here and spending my time here is the most valuable thing I think I've ever done. I mean, I told you, this is just to lead to lead as a shepherd. As I said again, this flock it's nothing I ever thought that I'd ever would have done, and I should have seen it. Remember, 13 years ago, I was on the internet, but I didn't see this coming. So, prognosco to have far knowledge of. I can't see everything coming, brothers and sisters. I'm not the creator. I like cycles. I like putting together, sequences and decoding things, but never would have dreamed of the abundance Father has created through this ministry. Thank you for your time, brothers and sisters. Again, I can't thank you enough that it's not a waste. This is where my treasure is being built. Everything I do here, what I'm saying, it's a building of a savings account. That's what it does for me. I hope you see that. So I can't thank you enough for your time. All right, I'll go. Again, links in the description. Contact for email, P.O. Box. If you want to send something, want to send a Cash App payment, PayPal. Somebody said a PayPal payment the other day, just a small, teeny amount, and it's okay. It was just small, but hey, I won't say who it is. But thank you again for whoever that was. I went in there and to see if they're, look in that account, see if I can have somebody send something into the account, check down. It was a small. I was like, hey, appreciate that. So I don't really get notifications. I don't know why that PayPal doesn't notify me, but either way, I appreciate all your guys' support. I want to thank you for your support. We don't like give out brownie buttons or no special tie to something. You just do it in secret like that person actually did. So I'm going to get out here and spend my time try to do some more things out here for the ministry, get myself fed, and I'll try to get this phone bill paid if I can, and then we won't have any interruption until we won't have any interruption. If not, there might be a brief interruption until Tuesday, guys, over the weekend. Maybe it's a good time to go do the things you need to do. So I will see you before the end of the day, possibly, though, because the phone should stay on at least until midnight. I think that's when they do their shut off. It's the midnight hour when it goes to the next day. I mean, it makes sense when it's at. So I'll see you guys again. If I don't see you then, I'll see you maybe on the other side of this flesh. Who knows? Iran might just nuke the living piss out of us. No, they're not ever going to nuke us. That was just a joke, guys. Iran's never going to attack us. Please don't buy into that too. There's a lot brewing this weekend that we hadn't talked about. I'd like to talk about what's happened over these last couple of days too, if I come back in here. Okay, so go look at what's going on. Give you some updates. Go look and see what's on your feed. We'll come back and potentially discuss it later in the day. Have a good one, guys. Go do some work for the word. For the word, that's Father. Father's the word. So go serve the word. Don't serve your eyeballs. Listen to that still voice inside your head. There might be something nagging at you that doesn't even need to say anything, does it? It's like a thorn in your side that just won't go away, nagging at you. Listen to it and go do something about it right now. All right, Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Well,